Yeah, we're good.
You're good? Perfect.
Yeah,
You're
cards
recording
out.
again?
Happy now?
No, because the levels in the last video were dog shit.
Then you fucking record it.
To be fair, for some reason my mic is very quiet.
Your
So,
mic do be quiet, yes.
Weird.
I've
Hold
got
on.
you turned up.
Let me see if I can unmute myself before I start messing with this, actually.
Now you're on half volume for me, I can hear you just fine.
He's always on half volume for me, even in real life.
He's 200% on me. Oh, and twice the Paul.
Twice the Paul, double the fall.
I'm going to turn him down though, just in case, because he has repositioned his mic.
Is that any better?
Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah,
nice.
you're 100% now.
Oh, you're
Fact,
like,
Then-
it is this then. Okay. So it turns out I actually speak into the mic. It works a lot better. Man, I'm glad I'm not an audio engineer.
This little bit here is called a diaphragm, okay?
Here we go. Let me there we go. Well, it looks omnidirectional, but it's obviously not. So
It might be,
Fuck
you
it.
never know.
I think it
I
might be,
can
but
hear you
it's just
speaking
very quiet.
inside my fucking brain, Paul. Now it's great.
Mine's omnidirectional,
Perfect.
but I've got it on cardioid.
Ah. No do. Right. Let's begin.
yes.
The camera pans in, title screen playing Lancer. As we watch these three mechs rumble across the desert, flanked by a number of police cars and civilian vehicles. A very Mad Max looking scene, only nobody's playing a guitar with flames coming out the back of them. As they
Yes.
approach to the outer limits of the city, where the corporate lines currently are. You are all watching this from a nearby high-rise, well, the roof of a nearby high-rise, and itching your trigger on the self-destruct button for these three mechs.
It's so tempting to just click it. Bless you.
Look at him reading. Okay, 1 second. I've got a request.
Oh no.
Just when he said it's like Mad Max with no guitar, I was like, nope, here's the music.
Uh,
Oh, I hope so. The Duff Wagon.
fuck is this? Oh yeah, there we go. Bup, bup, bup.
What'd you give Reese?
Okay.
Salt chili chips, spring duck rolls, and some chicken balls. Who's that all?
Ah, lovely. Glory be.
Oh no. Jesus
And-
Christ.
And as these two forces begin to coalesce,
Mm-hmm.
where is my
Oh no.
Gav? Your phone rings,
Oh no.
and a big letter J appears on the screen.
Oh, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on whole screen.
Do you?
Yeah.
Gav?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, we do.
Gavin? Actually, fuck, it's a Canadian accent. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll slip into it.
Gavin, what are you doing?
I have to be like Kermit the Frog. Gavin? Gavin, what is happening?
Well, it seems that we're apprehending some pretty nasty bloody perpetrators.
I hope you have
You?
some sort of plan, Gavin. This was not in your recent reports.
Oh well, it's something we had to kind of improvise on the way. It's just a clerical error must have been.
A clerical error. I'm not paying you for nothing, Gavin. I hope you have a plan for this. If this turns out poorly, like that massacre, well, not that I can't use that for my advantage, you are on quite thin ice.
Yeah, duly noted. Is anything else?
He sort of like narrows his eyes. Goes, nothing for the moment. See that these scum are wiped from the map. And the screen flashes off.
Good stuff. You all saw that?
It was on the video. I assume everybody's seen it if it was like cast up on the roof. Your phone's got like a wee projector.
No survivors, lads. No survivors.
Survivors for who?
That's a spirit.
No, seriously. wait. Sorry, what is your agenda here?
We
I'm a
killed
steward like
everybody.
any other.
No witnesses, yeah?
No witnesses.
Da.
I don't have the temperament to go with the brief from Horatio again. You guys can do what you want if the opportune moment arrives.
Just
As long as those
let,
mechs will
just-
make it.
Oh no, don't worry, those mechs
Let-
aren't going to make it.
let that video chat just remind you what's at stake. Happy
What, your
hunting,
salary?
lads.
Okay.
Oh, if only. You get paid for this.
That's not
You
Yeah.
all do, technically.
It's called freedom.
Oh no. And we're here to spread it as far and wide as we can. One dead red at a time.
Perfect.
No.
Okay.
So at this point, anybody still watching the about to be battle begin? You see the mechs so like slowly clunk into view. They're moving. Do you remember like Power Rangers Megazords used to move? That's how they're moving because these guys inside have no fucking idea how to actually pilot a mech.
Amazing.
You watch the police mech slowly raise its gun and its bad arm and just fire off a wild shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like a moment of silence. Then all hell breaks loose as gunfire is exchanged quickly between both sides. Cannons on the corporate police side of tanks firing off. You see the shells bouncing off the mech's armor. The mechs themselves, some of them, not all of them having ranged weapons, and not all of them knowing how to use the ranged weapons, return with what fire they can. The grenade launcher from Davian's mech, not Davian, fuck. You know what I mean. Galen's mech.
Mm-hmm.
The revolver again fires and misses wildly, impacted a near high-rise building and blowing almost like a full apartment out of the side of the wall. Very, and then the cars draw closer, sort of like splinter off,
Mm-hmm.
and try to like draw the fire lower to your corporate police, and they just small arms fires being engaged, but like between them and this line of police vehicles, you see a lot of the rebels go down in the first volley. Not so much the corporate police, but they continue to charge on, expecting that you guys have some sort of plan to save them from this.
Good. Can I radio the mechs, please?
Of course, yes, of course. You have the frequencies for them, those mechs, because you owned them at one point.
Brothers, this is the plan. We must charge the lines. Instill fear upon them.
Excellent! Ah! They like scream, but the mechs don't increase the pace because they don't know how to make them run yet. So they continue to slowly march. Just as fucking shells ricochet off the armor, scoring large dents and burns, and where the paint just fries. From impact.
Does it look like this weapon fire is going to be dealing enough damage to maybe wipe out one of these mechs at a point, or are they going to be able to withstand this fire for a while?
It looks like roll me some sort of Lancer piloting roll, some sort of tech roll, just to
Tech
estimate how
rolls.
many. See how close your estimation is. You can add your grit to this.
16.
Ooh. Oh yes, definitely. You know these mechs. You rebuilt one of these mechs pretty much. You know that the police mech that's taking the majority of the fire because it is the murder machine. Definitely won't make it to the lines. The amount of cannon fire coming from the Oneida tanks is going to overcome it eventually. It is slowly taking chip damage, like you were when you first fought the 3 tanks. Only there's now like 9 tanks firing at it.
If we want
It's
to,
definitely gonna make it.
I say to the others, if we want to see if we can get the mechs to make the line to try and detonate some of the tanks, we're going to need to cause a distraction.
But you do think the other 2 mechs will make it?
What do you think, boys?
Personally, the idea is to keep collateral to a minimum.
Oh yeah.
Think of it this way, sirs. The less damage that they have to pay out, the more goes towards your payoff.
I could blow these fucking tanks now then.
Then what's keeping you? Just think of it as your credit card racking it up the closer they get.
Oh,
Surely noted.
I
Can,
just I'm watching all
before
this.
before anything else happens, just let me jump in here. Reese, could you make me a spot check, Mr. Nigel?
Yes.
Make me a spot check
Waiting for this.
just before these mechs explode.
There's the cherry. Go get the cherry. You want the ball? Go get the ball. Go get the ball. Get the ball.
Let me just check. On the spot. is
See
two.
if you're able to spot anything. Oh yes, you definitely spot this. You see from the Corporal City as you look towards it, watching for helicopters coming.
Here we.
You see a trio of attack helicopters leave one of the high rises and begin heading towards the battle. And then just maybe like a couple of seconds behind it, you see like a drop helicopter, like a Black Hawk following, and yeah,
Okay.
you see them begin to move across the city towards the scene of this battle.
Oh.
You may continue. Sorry, Nathan.
But what I am saying is, we still want to put up a good fight. Yeah,
Oh, put it this
it
way.
has to look real.
Yes, if mechs explode, then hopefully the rebels put down arms and are spared. Go into the. I explained all this. God damn it!
I like watching the time. Okay, fuck it.
So you like blood? If we
Uh,
blow up mechs, likely rebels are going to surrender. They're out in the open. If Corporal shoots and kills and massacres them, bad Corporal massacring unarmed civilians. If they surrender and are spared, they go into internment camp. Revenue goes up. Expendable workforce.
okay.
Win-win for Corporal. More bank off your credit.
I gaze down at the mechs and I just whisper to myself, "Bye bye, Sasha," and I would like to press the button, please.
Very well. You press the button, and these three mechs erupt as their coolant system explodes. First, small explosions, like boof, boof. You see flames jet out the back of them. They sort of like stumble, but they don't collapse yet. They sort of like continue moving forward. But you know, those reactors are fucking beginning to overheat.
And the pilots don't know enough to evac.
No. But you also know
microwave them.
they are 3 thermonuclear reactors.
You might want to turn around.
So
I just dropped my reflex goggles.
That's not going to be enough. You're going to want to turn around. The better
Alright.
You got your lead cod pieces on, boys.
the better radiation that will burn right the fuck through your retinas. You're going to need to turn around. This is actually really fun. See, when you face in the other direction, you're still going
As
to be
you
able to
say
see
this-
the blast.
There's a bright white light that blinds you for a second.
yeah, I don't see that.
You're all blown to the ground as the building begins to shake. As these 3 explosions, one going off first and the second 2 rapidly following as all 3 reactors fucking go up in 3 massive mushroom clouds.
Oh.
The cars surrounding the mechs are flown sideways, people just being instantly evaporated by this explosion.
Nice.
Due to its proximity to the corporate city, a lot of the corporate troops are also caught up in the first hit of this explosion, and you see the first line just to fucking evaporate. The tanks are like blown back into buildings and skew off sideways, and a number of the buildings around it are heavily damaged and begin collapsing as these mushroom clouds just expand into the sky.
Oh, Bliad.
There's a
You know,
there's a
close.
lull in the gunfire as most of the rebels are annihilated by this explosion,
I'm
and a
just
lot of the
gonna-
corporates are like, "Oh, we just got fucking nuked."
I'm going to close comms to Dougal. I don't think you'd actually be able to, convince him to do that. You'd make my job a lot easier. Hang up.
Oh,
Well, comms, you're not standing next to us.
Nah, bro.
Oh,
he's
no.
imagine he's
I'm
moved.
inside the cockpit. Yeah, just
Oh no,
quick
sorry.
earpiece thing.
Are you in one of the mechs?
Oh,
I am, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Quick update. All 3 mechs were rigged to blow in this push, so I assume you're just with those guys standing on top of the building watching these 3 mechs.
Oh shit, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Sorry about that.
I was gonna say,
You
if
can be
I was
a,
inside
you
them,
can
fuck.
be, you can be a ways off. If you're inside them, you'd be fucking evaporated.
Oh right, shit. I remember I missed the last session. Fuck it, yeah.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So
I was on autopilot. I thought I was still inside Honky Tonk, whatever his name is.
No,
No, he-
Honky Tonk
Honky
is
Tonk
not
is-
a bomb.
Honky Tonk is a pile of atoms currently flying through you, probably.
Did
Fuck
you see
yes.
it? Even if you look away, the light it goes through the back of your head and it hits the eyeball.
What happened
it
to
again, I
those
wasn't looking.
choppers that were going towards it?
As you sort of clear your vision and look at them, Nigel, you see like all three of them sort of scrambling in the air, trying to regain control as the blast hit them. The three attack ones start flying with greater speed towards the source of the explosion, and so does the Blackhawk. They begin moving much faster.
Okay, that's fine.
can we do a quick recap for Joe as to
Yes,
please.
right?
So, sorry, quick recap of last session. Last session, everybody made it to the abandoned city outside the city limits, where you massacred the Red Bastards originally, where you killed all the communists. There they regrouped with what was known as the police.
Socialists.
Socialists.
But for PR, isn't it?
Whoops.
Oopsie.
Well, where they like gathered up what was left of the civilian militia that resisted the corporate police and the regular police. There they concocted a plan after a short meeting with Mr. Horatio. Mr. Horatio was most unpleased at the massacre of the corporate forces by a certain mech.
Naughty, naughty.
To such an extent that he ordered all three mechs to be eliminated. Well, all two mechs that he knew about at that time to be eliminated. Because otherwise, the corporates were like trying to call for backup because there's Lancer pilots here fucking them up. They're like, hey, we need a Lancer squad here to kill all these people. And he's like, look, corporate wants to call on a Lancer squad. It's going to cost a lot of money. The Lancer squad is going to wipe the floor with these three mechs. Can you guys do it quietly? And that way he can take credit for it and build himself up over the other ones calling for the mechs to come in. It was also revealed that Jordan had revealed himself almost and swapped sides. Instead of like working against Genevieve and George, the foreman, he had taken charge of them, sort of like taking over the endeavor after the massacre, as he's seen what he thought was the tide turning, sort of towards their expansionist effort working. As now he could call in Lancer pilots, get this whole lot showed out right quickly, push their involvement down a little, and then sort of build himself up at the same time. Was his plan. However, after the short call of Mr. Horatio, the three guys decided they would booby trap all three mechs, repair what they could, and reach out to the socialists, which Nigel had been in contact with prior, before the train station incident. So using Nigel's natural charm and abilities, they were able to convince the socialists to assist them in this wild endeavor. And they left last session with these three mechs with trainee Lancer pilots in them, and the resistant forces charging towards the police lines, which is where we directly picked up from. While they snuck themselves into the city through the subway routes and watched from a nearby high-rise. Sorry about that, Joe.
Perfect.
So
Did I miss anything, boys?
no. In short summary, do you take the red pill? You stay here on this desert planet forever. If you take the blue pill, the extraction
Also,
ship
yeah.
is ready for us to jump aboard right now.
Horatio did mention that the extraction ship for the team would be there like 6 in the
was it
morning or
12?
something. It was
Yeah.
like 12 hours
It
away.
was a number of hours after.
It was 12 hours, and I phoned
Yeah.
them 6 hours later.
It was 12 hours, so the extraction ship is a matter of hours away to get off this desert mud ball.
You
Come
can
on,
have
we want
vengeance,
to live.
or you can go back to the city because we are now expunged and no longer labeled as socialist terrorists as well.
Oh yes, he Horatio also expunged your records within the city and just wiped them clean. So you're no longer known as socialists. At least if anybody scans you, it doesn't pop up in your profile.
Well, there's no more socialists here, so my job here is done. Off to the next planet.
Yes, you literally just nuked them all, and a bit of the city.
There we go.
After a couple of minutes after you all regain your senses, looking down at this fucking devastation, this crater that has been created on the northern side of the city, your phone begins buzzing again. It's Jordan.
That is coming out of your cup.
Oh no, that's fine. As long as I get another one of those fucking mechs, I'm okay.
You want to work for them?
What do you mean?
If you cause damage in
Ding ding
on
ding
mission-
ding.
Moshi Moshi.
answer.
What happened? Why has there been a nuclear device exploded in the north side of my city?
Can I like start the phone call on my arm and going fucking stupid? Horatio, hello.
I believe it is. Sorry,
Jordan.
Jordan.
it's on Gab's phone, so you'd have to like take
Gab?
over Gab's phone.
Oh no, sorry.
Well, it's we
Even if it's not on loudspeaker, all of you hear his like pitch fucking. whoop.
Dude,
Yeah.
just see like Gav go.
go. Oh, it's like
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's just froth at the mouth with a Kermit like anger. He's barely comprehensible as he just screams down the phone at you.
to be fair, he said he wanted a spectacle to distract from the wider picture. Look, I'll put you on answerphone. The squad's here, and I think they're
Don't
excited.
Yes, swear to God, I'm gonna fucking have your head for this. What the fuck am I supposed to explain this to the corporate higher-ups?
Don't speakerphone, lads.
Who the fuck is this jumpstart?
What? Is that you, Dougal? Were you part of this?
Who's talking?
You had a bunch
This is
of
Jordan.
you fool! You had a bunch of tanks shooting at thermonuclear devices. What the fuck did you think would happen?
Look, you didn't want any
That's a good
witnesses.
point. Let me roll for how much he knows about Lancers.
Yeah. You deputy chief assistant fucking rank.
You fucking bureaucrat.
You only two scalps, Jordan.
I'm gonna say he doesn't know enough to know that the devices within a Lancer are usually highly protected cores, and so even if you destroy the Lancer itself, the devices,
Normally okay. Yeah.
the skeleton of the mech, and so is
He has a
usually
fusion coil
Yeah.
battery in his
But
phone. He doesn't know it's
fusion,
nuclear.
yeah,
It's fine.
the fusion reactor's a fucking black box that should survive. Yeah.
pretty much. Only you obviously
as a
disabled all
Lancer,
like
yeah.
the sail faiths and fucking cracked it up to 11. doesn't know
I'd
that.
put a bunch of C4 under it. Yeah.
So he sort of pauses like,
to be
hold
to
on.
be fair, boss.
He's like,
You,
oh.
to be fair, boss, you technically did cause this, which I'd
What do
call
you mean I
pretty
caused
fucking.
this? What?
I'd say it's a pretty fucking good way of to streamline solutions in here.
I
you know,
asked you
but
for this. I asked you to keep an eye on these upstarts who come into the system on a Horatio and to report back to me what they're doing. I didn't ask you to assist them in nuking our city.
Well, it looks like they just blew up in the fucking nukes, so that's what happened to them.
no witnesses.
Yeah.
What do you mean? There's thousands of witnesses.
What do you
Weather
mean?
balloon.
The fucking other side of the planet heard that.
Well, thousands of witnesses witnessed you eradicating the socialists, and you did it with such force and temerity that there's absolutely no one that's going to stand up to you again.
Yeah,
Is that
you-
right, sir?
Yeah,
You
easy
can't
peasy.
nuke people. Even on this fucking desert heap, you can't nuke it.
It's
Technically,
already a fucking desert.
this is story of my
technically,
voice.
technically, the socialists let off a dirty bomb as a last-ditch effort, and it was a proud and the effective methods used by the local constabulary and the wee woos, of course, that actually made sure that these things would actually go fully well.
Gavin, don't tell him how to do his fucking job, and you fucking wank, don't tell us how to do our job, alright?
What are you? You take orders from me. I own you.
Deputy, assistant,
I am the highest ranking member of the corporation on this planet. You answer to me.
and this planet is nowhere on the corporate ladder.
That
And
is
now it's
irrelevant.
covered in fucking radiation, so I don't
Fucking
know
why
about-
you
As far,
say that, you
look,
fucking
as
son
far
of a
as far as I'm aware, sir, I've kept to my contracts completely down to the letter. You want me to eradicate these bloody socialists and inform these guys, inform you of these guys what they're doing. You're talking to them now, and they're no more fucking socialists. What's the issue?
Yeah, mission accomplished.
Think what you will, cretin, but I did not hire you to nuke my city. I'll see you hanged for this. And he
Oh well.
cuts off the call.
Technically, we didn't nuke the city. Surge got what he wanted and had a happy ending outside the city. Surge,
Hmm?
remember our little discussion on small explosions? Small explosions. Say it with me, okay?
You said you wanted this. You said you wanted it to fucking blow up.
I
That's how
said
you
I
make it to
wanted
blow
them
up.
gone. I didn't say.
That's fucking gone.
They're pretty gone.
As much as I enjoyed it, and I'm pointing to the city wall, like the city side part of the
Yeah.
block, that's coming out of your pay.
There's
Oh,
like
that's fine.
And
Sure,
I'm
this-
saying this fully well knowing that all of our pay is combined.
You could take it
Sure,
out of
this-
my pay. That's okay.
oh, they're going to.
I'll hold you to that.
As you're having this conversation,
Hmm.
Gav, Nigel, Gav, your phone shuts off. Completely. Doop, power dies.
Oh fuck.
Nigel, the 3 attack helicopters that were flying towards the center of the explosion are now turning towards you.
I think they trust your phone, bro.
Good. No, not gonna metagame.
I'm just going to immediately start heading towards the door that leads down.
Just
I thought with the phone going, it was an EMP, and then the helicopters go.
Nope.
Which is a brick at this point. Fuck.
You guys got about 20 seconds to clear this rooftop. As
Duly
I'm
noted.
And
Anyone that
walking
wants
through
to-
the door that leads downstairs.
Anyone that wants to take a pot shot or for vengeance, now's your chance. And then I follow Nigel.
Go ahead, take the fucking lead. Let's go. Take the
Fuck
go. Bye bye.
I mean, if it was one helicopter, I'd start shooting, but like, I don't fancy my chances against 3 Apaches.
Mhm. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But nah, I'm just fucking booking it.
You guys begin booking it down the spiral staircase. Not spiral, but apartment style spiral.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, like
you know,
rectangle.
down, landing down.
Yeah, yeah.
Begin as
Spiral
the, you hear
staircase,
of these helicopters coming closer. Can somebody roll me like some sort of athletics check or escape check? Just one of you. You can decide between yourselves who does it. But one of you can assist as well. Just to see how well you begin battering it down these stairs to escape the oncoming 40mm explosive rounds.
I don't really have anything that would help.
Can
so...
I use survive?
You know what? I think you should.
Are they
I feel-
shooting at us?
I-
If
you
they're
can
shooting,
quite
then I think
win.
yes.
I feel like this is a survival scenario, so I will. Yes, I feel like that's fair.
I-
You can
I do
can you
believe-
survive jumping to the bottom.
I do believe our current objective is survive, so... Fuck, every time you need it, man.
Where'd you get an assistance from? Some? No, or I don't know.
Nobody rolled to assist, but if somebody does want to assist, I will happily allow you to
Please.
assist. How do you assist him in this survival attempt? What are you doing? Whoever
I'm
is
leading. I
assisting?
mean, I'm leading the way,
Okay.
sort of. So like,
I imagine
I
I
don't
am
know,
used to running under fire.
Just
Explain to me how you're escaping this tower block.
By heading straight into the sewer
I mean-
system under the building.
stairs go down.
The stairs do go down.
no.
Yes.
Too slow. Elevator shaft.
Fucking rappel
fair
down the
idea.
shaft. That could fucking work.
It's a fair idea. Give me another roll, Nathan, with a plus D6, please. As
Can...
you crank open the doors of this abandoned elevator shaft.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
Oh,
you're on there, Nige.
Fucking
Doesn't say,
hell,
but
man.
imagine the wilderness survival kit has a
all the
rappel.
smoke.
It's the same fucking roll.
Oof.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, you begin battering down the stairs, then suddenly, Surge, you stop, look at the elevator shaft, and go escape route. You rip the doors open with your power suit, and like begin sort of climbing down this like main steel like corded wire which holds the elevator up. I guess you guys all follow him in this.
Yeah.
And as you're inside the shaft, you just hear the do of the helicopters, and the building rattles, and a massive explosion batters your eardrums. You see fire explode from the open elevator doors above you. As
Shit,
the
son.
helicopters begin to just annihilate this apartment block and anybody inside.
So much for collateral damage.
Faster.
Climb.
Give me another check, Nathan.
Okay. If we're gonna do that, I'll do another check, and I've got a GIF on standby for when this fails. Can I still use a D6 extra?
You cannot use the extra d6, sadly. No.
Okay.
It's better.
It's
Better.
I want
does-
to see the
Is it
gift
good
now, so I
enough?
do though.
You want to see the GIF? Sure thing, no problem.
You're lucky. These helicopters seem to have lost your trace apart from the building. They don't know you're in the elevator shaft. So you just where like the first of all they hit definitely behind you to the front of the building. You hear it now, explosions radiate from all sides. These helicopters circle the building. We're just trying to annihilate anything that moves inside. People have begun screaming over the sound of these explosions. Like a couple of bits of rubble begins to like fall down and like plink off your shoulders and head, but nothing sizable enough to actually hurt you so far.
Okay.
One more check and you'll be out.
Okay.
I feel like I need some escape music for this.
Yeah, get some escape music going.
But on the Great Escape, do it. I dare you.
I am about to. What do you
Oh.
think of how you escape this building?
Thinking the
Anybody
Yeah,
can tell me
sewers,
how
like
you all do
somebody
it.
said. It's like maintenance tunnel type shit. It's a city. Everywhere's got fucking maintenance tunnels, sewers tunnels and shit.
Mhm.
I'm sure. Underground car park that leads into maintenance thing, like I had in previously.
Like rats.
Yeah, we rat our way out and book it as fast as we can to the fucking teleportation place again. Whatever that was.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You slide down this ladder. All get up off at the bottom of the elevator. Rubble's now falling down outside.
I imagine the shaft itself at the bottom probably has some sort of maintenance hatch to like get beneath into the basements or something.
To the sewers.
Oh, it probably does. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Rip that hatch open and whoop, hop in. As like slides you into the maintenance area. It does almost like
Perfect.
a fireman's ladder. And you're now under the building as the ground continues to shake as this building above you begins collapsing in on itself.
I love it.
Wonderful.
oh yes.
Guys like to do. You're in this large like basement maintenance / car park area. Well, actually, as you leave like the maintenance room, you're in like a large underground car park. You see one exit down off like to the road in front of you, where you see light coming in. But the rest of it is pretty dark.
Do I know vaguely what direction the teleport place is?
Give me some sort of like navigate or knowledge roll. Could you?
I don't really have anything that
By
would
all
help,
means.
I think. So just a +1. Just grit.
Just script, please.
I have no idea. I've got
No,
I got all turned around coming down those stairs.
you know there's an exit there. You think the teleport pad is somewhere that direction. You just can't navigate your way to it. It's like, oh, as the crow flies, it's that way.
Yeah,
You don't see any fucking exits that way.
yeah.
What would you guys like to do?
We just have to go the way that the tunnel takes us. Easy peasy. One direction is a
No
good
ways
choice.
forward.
You say there was like one way where like
There is one
there's
exit,
lights
and
and like
it is the entrance and exit of this underground car park.
is there tunnels that go deeper?
Doesn't seem to be.
Ah,
This will lead you back up onto like the main road where you walked in.
Oh, yeah, I did both songs. Oh yes.
Why not?
Um,
don't
I
really
would
have-
like to take up a covering position.
Okay, you do that as you
Um,
sort of
aim
wait.
it. Yep. And my plan is to wait it out,
As you sort of wait,
see if the fire stops at all.
you hear the creaking of girders and iron as this building collapses above you. A colossal jet of dust and debris fires down this maintenance tunnel after you guys and just explodes out the door, coating the entire underground car park in dust and a horrific sound. And then there's silence for a while. You guys are fine, but the building has definitely collapsed. You still hear the helicopters circling, but they have stopped firing.
gonna make my way a little bit towards the exit.
Mhm.
In case the fucking ceiling above us starts to crack and give way.
Oh,
That, it
that's a
seems
good
to be
point.
sound
Oh,
For
Use
now.
the dust cover.
for now. Very well.
Oh,
And,
actually,
Mhm.
yeah. I want to head towards the exit.
Mhm.
Not actually like leave the building, but like
no,
get
peek your head
close
up
enough.
over.
Yeah, we're like, can you get to the point where I can like see outside a little bit?
Yeah. It's like then just a multi-story, like an underground car park. So it's a large
Do I-
rectangle with a ramp down, and you can like peek out. Just where
Do I
like,
see a shit ton
there.
of people running out of the building screaming in panic and fear?
You see a couple of people like on their knees crying or like clutching children. But you don't see anybody
A big
running or
surge of
screaming in
people.
Patrick anymore. You just see, yeah, you don't see. You think most people died in the building,
Fair, yeah, makes sense.
but the attack helicopters don't seem to be annihilating anybody who did escape.
Interesting. Am I pretty covered in dust right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're all like
I
fucking
just
covered head to toe in dust.
I just want to like exit out the car park, like
Mhm.
stumbling, like coughing, like a limp and shit as well, and just like half limping, half running out of the car park, cross the road, get to the other side of the street, and like I just put my back against the wall and just like watch the sky, but just like look really fucking hurt.
Roll me a stealth check.
Wounded Gazelle
Does
Gambit.
act unseen or unheard count?
Yes, I'll say that counts for this.
Excellent.
What is everybody else doing as you watch Nigel exit and begin like stumbling away?
I would like
Eight.
to take up a cover position
Ooh.
closer to the exit, waiting for ground assault.
I'm staying
enough.
cool.
Are we in the underground car park right now? Or are we just
Yeah,
even for?
you're in the underground car park.
I'm gonna start ripping out car lithium batteries so I can construct some explosives around the fucking doorways that I can blow at remote.
Okay, you begin popping bonnets and like extracting
Home alone,
lithium
that shit.
batteries.
Yes,
That's fine. That's going to take some time, and things are progressing rather rapidly. So
that's understandable.
worries.
If I can rip even a couple out, I'll be
Those who
happy.
fall behind get left behind.
Well,
As
if I see everyone else running, I'm gonna be running with.
I've already left.
with an 18, as you stumble across the road covered in dust, pretending to be injured, Nigel, you see the Blackhawk circling low, almost scanning the survivors to see if they recognize anybody. In the doorway, you do see Genevieve, sort of like scanning with a pair of binoculars. The gunner beside her on like a large minigun, just waiting for the order to fire.
Fuck,
But
that's
they
a
don't
temptation.
recognize you.
Oh, that's a temptation right there.
That do be a tempting, did it?
Oh, Joe?
Oh yeah, but
following?
I'm keeping cool. I'm following Nige, but of course, old training's really kicked in. Evade shit.
Evade,
you know,
escape, destroy.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, you also succeed. And you manage to. I imagine you stumble in like a slightly different direction, so you're not both caught. You do also manage to make it to safety, and you do notice the helicopter as well.
I wanna. If that man, if the gunner wasn't there too. I can't shoot two people at the same time.
Sure you can.
Temptation.
You're not alone.
Radio, you escape behind.
Wait,
I'll let you have a second to think about this. How about that?
okay. As I'm like, I'm like against this wall. I'm like kind of like doubled over, like hiding my face a little doubled over, like pretending to cough and shit. I'm just gonna like text on my phone to like the fucking group chat that we always have. Of course we do.
Yeah.
Genevieve's here.
Oh boy!
You do know this, Gavin, but your phone is also dead. Yes.
Also, yeah, Magic Guy's right beside me.
Yeah, you're within like communication range.
Yeah.
You can talk to each other.
Imagine, yeah, we just have like
Uh-huh.
I look at him, my eyes look up at the helicopter,
Yeah.
and that's enough.
Yeah, you look. Gav mouths that bitch, and it's like, oh.
Oh, I'm so
fun-
fucking man.
Thunder
kinda-
cunt.
What weapon does Gav currently have?
Assault
aware.
rifle, shotgun, and pistol. No snipers.
How
I'm
low is this
afraid, but-
helicopter flying?
It's pretty low. It's maybe 60 feet off the ground. It's sort of like just touching the tops of the high rises around you. As you wait and think, you begin to hear sirens in the distance.
Ah, fuck that too.
Okay.
These sirens slowly filter down into the underground car park, and you both also hear them. Dougal and Sergey. Go on. Sorry, Gav.
I think
I mean, it could be
No.
part. It could be part of the O5 print, but no, I'm ready when you are.
I think we should.
I hear sirens coming in.
You hear sounds coming in. Yeah, they're quiet now, but you definitely hear them on the wind.
finish ripping a battery out of a fucking car. Time to go.
Roll me a
Oh,
tech,
yeah,
see if you get a battery.
Okay.
I turn around and realize Serge is actually building a bomb, and I'm like, I'm not getting buried alive.
Has,
Yeah.
has an amount of dust has kind of like been
Mhm.
built out of the building, so like
Mhm.
I'm picturing this like any like fucking classy building demolition type shit where it's just like smoking dust everywhere. Not
Mhm.
like super obscuring, but like an amount, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, 60-foot flying helicopter's going to be obscure.
How much? Wait. Okay. How much damage does my fucking weapon actually like do? Like mechanically, because I don't really.
Mechanically, I
Like-
think it does like 3 or
Well,
something.
it does. It does. Well, it says 4, but like I don't
4.
really know what that means in this system.
Yeah, how
Uh,
much
Is that a
does,
lot of damage?
hmm.
Or
Against people, yes.
okay,
Uh,
against a helicopter's rotor, like tail rotor,
it's a heavy weapon, so it will do full damage.
because it is ordnance. Which
I do.
sounds heavy.
I'm sort of running this a lot narratively.
Yeah.
So if you hit the tail rotor, you will knock it out. But you know, just to, like hit this helicopter dead on, just like batter it. It'll take probably 3 shots. It says it's got 12 health.
Okay. But am I confident that if I get like a good shot on the rotor,
Oh,
or
yeah.
perhaps like the pilot, then
Uh-huh.
that's like 1-shot kill.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Interesting.
100%. Same way, Dougal managed to snipe a helicopter pilot out of a helicopter a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah. Okay. Does this
You
still have
also-
like fate point type things? That doesn't, does
Ooh.
it?
I don't think so.
No. Okay, never mind.
You also know that your Spartan laser
Yeah.
is going to be very visible when you fire it.
Oh no, I'm aware. That's why I was asking.
No
Is it like
worries. No
dust
worries.
everywhere and shit?
Yeah,
Because if I'm
it's,
gonna take a shot, it needs to be now before the fucking
Oh,
cops
yeah.
arrive.
it's yeah.
RPG!
Trace around, don't worry about it.
So while you line up your
What
shot
about him?
or think about it, what's happening under the car park at this point? You've
I'm
ripped out
leaving.
a lithium battery, Sergey. You're leaving, right out. Roll me a
Yeah,
stealth.
as soon as I see Serge fucking making a car bomb, I'm like, no. No.
Go for it. Yeah, you begin leaving. Roll me a stealth check if you wish to remain stealthy, or some other
I
way
will-
of escaping.
I will act unseen and unheard.
Go for it. Oh yeah, no problem. Same result as before. I'm gonna say you notice the helicopter. Notice you ready? Genevieve's in that one. You sort of like limp your way up the side.
Using my sniper rifle
Oh.
as a crutch.
Oh,
Sergey, you're holding this
Uh,
battery. You're ripped out of a car.
Yeah, I see. Do I see Dougal start leaving?
Oh yeah, you see him like
Whoa.
crest the rise of the car park as you
Okay, time
watch
to
him leave.
time to fucking go as well, I guess, and I will make after him.
How?
Paul.
Yes, go on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt.
no, go on. You're right. Ask you.
I have stims, right?
Yes.
The one juice, heightened senses and alertness, shortened reactions, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
Like, can I just pop a fucking stim to somehow like increase my
I'll say it gives
Yeah.
you a 1d6 for that. Yeah.
perfect? Okay.
Just what you don't overdose.
It's you
I'm-
have it. You'll have like an extra 1d6 in most physical tests for the next, say, hour, 2 hours narratively
Okay.
before it
that's
wears
fine.
off.
Right. So I look up. I see Genevieve.
Mm-hmm.
Now, normally I don't care about this kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I really don't like her. She specifically fucked me over.
Yes.
Well, all of us, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So I reach into my pocket, pull out a little orange capsule thing, and just
Mhm.
Special sauce.
Ooh.
and just aim.
Yeah, you'll see him do this. Roll to hit as Serge, you begin running out of the car park.
I love the idea
Like,
that
what
as,
kinda-
as he's aiming, all the fucking ash that's falling around him is just slow and just still in the air, just completely
As he holds
still.
this massive shoulder-mounted laser,
Just
What,
like, the rotors have stopped spinning.
like a
Not including the D6. What is the like a normal thing to hit?
it's a 1d20 plus grit.
Just grit. I don't. Nothing else. Just grit.
I believe
Unless
so.
you have a talent for it.
I've got text someone out, but that's like.
Depends. What do you like? Describe to me what
I'm
you're aiming for
aiming-
with the helicopter.
I'm aiming for the pilot. Is there only one? Wait, is there only
I
one
would say it
pilot? or is there two?
applies. There's one. I'm gonna say it applies. Well, there's
Okay,
a
in that
co-pilot,
case-
but you think
I
if you
don't-
fucking destroy that pilot, it's low enough that it will just you'll not be able to recover.
In that case, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm aiming for the pilot using text someone out.
Go for it.
Quick
Oh,
drawing,
top three.
aiming down sights is taking someone out before you're engaged.
Oh,
There we
okay
go.
then.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right.
Here we go.
What was the name?
If I cared about people, I'd say this one's for so and so, but like.
This
This
one,
one's for me.
this one is for the mildest
This one's-
inconvenience
this
you
one's
will
for
feel
Nigel.
on me.
10's not enough.
Then make it with me.
Oh,
As you fire your laser, what does your laser look like as it fires actually?
Oh, it looks like. Well, so. My laser, it looks more like a large, like sniper,
Hmm.
but it's got like a lot of like little like Tesla coil type things along
It's like a
the
Gauss
barrel.
cannon out of Fallout.
Yeah, like a Gauss cannon basically, and then it's also
Hmm.
got there's like
Or
there's a
Doom?
large like
Ooh.
wired coil thing
Uh-huh.
that like goes from the weapon into like a backpack I wear that
Mhm.
basically like holds the power for it.
Yeah.
So that like I imagine there's like sparks and flickers a little bit as like a beam of light just travels up that coil into the gun and then just boom.
As you fire, you see the bolt fly through the air, spreading and parting the dust and smoke as it goes, spitting towards this helicopter. It hits above the pilot, shears a massive chunk out of the armor and one of like the top turbines of the helicopter with a massive crack and straight through the metal. This thing like pulls up the size. The pilot begins to take evasive maneuvers. You've done good damage to it, but it's not down. And
That's
now
fine.
it knows somebody's fucking shooting at it.
Perfect.
Sergey,
Ah, good man.
as you crest the top of this ramp, you hear there's a mighty and hear the helicopter screech as the metal impacts and it begins to veer off. It's going to see if it can spot somebody. Well, Genevieve's going to see if she can spot somebody to tell the gunner to shoot. 10. Sergey,
mm-hmm.
you're caught in the open.
Yeah.
Genevieve looks around. She sees you. She recognizes you. You see her point, and the minigunner spins and like opens up on you with a burst of shots. Just
Okay.
I love it
Oh,
when
yes.
fucking people shoot indiscriminately.
yeah.
What was that?
As the helicopter's
Mel?
like taking evasive maneuvers, the barrel swings, and so the entire area is just peppered with these fucking machine gun bullets.
Bliat.
Sergey, you take 4 damage as you're just
Oh god.
like you catch one in the leg, one in the kidney, like one bounces off your armor.
Just
As you're just peppered by this automatic fire.
Oh god.
It is your guys' turn. Who
4.
would like to act?
Can I
4
act,
damage.
please?
It's up to these guys. I
Go
do
for
feel
it,
like you are in the
Gordon.
most danger, as you're the only one currently spotted.
Yes.
Did I get a turn or was that my turn technically? Or
Well, anybody. Well, because how turns work in this is that I go, and then you guys decide who goes, and then.
I wasn't sure if I get another shot.
Oh no, that counts like
or-
a surprise round.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I don't. I mean, I'm going to be shooting again, so like, if anybody else wants to do
It's
anything
up
before
to
that.
Sergey or you then. Who wants to go?
I would also like to shoot if you don't mind.
It's up to you two. Decide, boys.
The most
I mean,
I'm going to
I'm-
do is
I'm
take pot
just-
shots with my assault rifle, so you guys can do the heavy damage.
I just immediately take another shot then.
Okay.
Righto. Sergey, it's fine.
My
Where's you
stem
gonna
cell
go?
applies, yeah. You said.
It
Yeah.
applies for like the next hour of narrative time. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm fucking hopped up.
Yeah.
14. That's a little better.
Hits. You still aiming for the pilot?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, actually, wait.
Fire off.
Is Genevieve on the side that I can? Well, actually, if
Yeah, she is.
Was
She
it the
is.
gunner? Oh right, okay then.
You can see her standing
Oh,
in like, the open
just-
door.
I'm not gonna retroactively change who I should.
The
It'll be
pilot,
pilot.
fair enough.
Yeah, no, it's the pilot.
You, Sergey, from your point of view, you see this another bolt appear out of the corner of your eye. This bright blue streak of tungsten, and then you just watch it tear through the cockpit. The pilot's head explodes in gore across the windscreen.
Excellent.
And this helicopter begins spinning out of control as the minigunner continues firing. mowing down the crowd surrounding and just firing into buildings.
And this is the one that was firing at me, yes?
Yes, it was. This is the only one that was firing at you.
I haven't. Well, also the other. I haven't seen the Apaches appear yet, have I?
You have not.
Okay, perfect. Because it could be all fucking over.
Uh-huh.
Is this helicopter going down near me?
Oh, yeah. You look at it as it crashes and impacts one of them. Sorry, my voice, like doing that Kermit voice, really fucked it up.
Yeah. How do you think I felt when Venus?
A pure smoke mold.
You watch it impact one of the tires beside you, like slam into the side of it with screech and crash, debris falling around it, and needs to slide down and crash like into the bottom of that tire. It's maybe 100 meters, 200 meters away from you as it hits the ground.
I would like to run towards it, please.
Yeah, you begin sprinting towards it.
Wonderful.
The sirens are growing louder in the distance, and you can almost see the lights of them flashing in the horizon at this point.
Excellent.
I would like to like half hide my gun again
Well,
under my like cloak.
Shoot back into narrative time right now because nobody's shooting at you. So yeah, no worries. You hide your gun under your cloak. You're sprinting towards the helicopter, Sergey. What are the rest of you doing? Haggy, Joe,
I do.
what are you doing as this helicopter is going down and you see Sergey sprinting towards it after being shot?
Oh well, you can bet your ass I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Gotta make sure. Gotta make sure again that
You
we
three
don't need any
charge
witnesses.
towards the helicopter, the smoking, crippled wreckage. You see the gunner hanging out over his minigun, like concussed and like broken arm. Genevieve like lying almost 30 feet away from the helicopter, like crumpled on the ground. She must have fallen out when it impacted the building and when it spun out of control.
Wonderful. I would
Gav,
like.
yeah, you walk over and you just tap her in the head.
Yeah, just no hesitation, no nothing. Just double tap, bam, bam, walk, bam, bam, as if
Yep.
I would just tie my shoes.
Yep.
I'd like to walk up as well and do the whole casual.
Yep. Yeah. Sergey, would you like to join them in
Yes.
slaughtering this woman?
Oh no! I'm grabbing that fucking machine gun.
All right. Okay. So yeah, you two guys go over. She's unconscious in the pain on the ground. You just fucking tap her. She's done.
Excellent.
Sorry.
I turn to Gavin. I start monologuing to Gavin. Go. I wanted to leave this place, and every fucker wants to kill us.
I know, right? We need some better fucking insurance.
Like,
I found the
Surely-
insurance, and I just pick up the machine gun.
when will people learn that violence is not the way?
No reason why we can't be civil or just ripping out teeth.
God.
I don't know you guys, but I just abhor violence as I like snap a survivor's neck.
You know,
We're the good guys,
slowly
right?
just dragging that knife across the neck, just going.
The co-pilot's trying to crawl away.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
Surge, you grab this minigun and try to heft it off the Blackhawk.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't come. It's attached.
Fortunately, you're not Doom Guy.
I am wearing an assault hardsuit, which does enhance my strength.
Not that much.
Okay.
Enough to hold the minigun, sure.
I'll have to
Oh,
hold- I would like
100%.
to. Can I use my tools to attempt to?
You go-
Oh yeah. First,
Well,
like,
yeah.
kill that guy.
do,
I'm
you-
gonna
do you
kill the
glance
guy that's
over
there.
and see Dougal just going?
I don't
Yeah.
know what you're trying to mouth.
You see it, but you know what's happening.
Okay,
Like, I'm
okay,
gonna, like-
yeah, sure. I'm going to kill the guy that's hanging on to the minigun first.
Yeah. How do you kill him?
I just punch him in the face so hard it explodes. And then I would like to use my arc welder to just bzzzt and just detach the minigun from its mounting.
Yeah, you smash this guy in his face. He reels back into the helicopter and cracks his head in the side, and you see him fall, probably dead.
Good.
And you grab your arc welder and begin cutting away at the minigun to detach it from the helicopter.
Good.
We'll
I'm
take a
gonna
little
start
time.
making my way away from here.
Okay, no worries. We get to leave.
If I pass by an alley before cars wing by, the police cars or whatever, I'm gonna duck into that and just
You
if I
definitely
can
would.
use I'm just gonna use alleyways to like put a bit of distance between myself.
No problem.
And just
Gonna
I'm just
shoot
I'm
with
just
another
making my way
position.
for the fucking teleport
Yep,
place.
sounds good. Dougal, Gav, what do you do?
Putting
What's
a
your
few
sort
bullets
of
in
get to
the-
cut
in the
away at
gunner
this
just
thing?
for
You
good
both
measure,
leave?
just in case. We know he's
Sorry,
cracked his skull, but I'd rather just make sure, just
You walk over, tap him. Dougal, you also begin to leave via the alleys, no problem. And Gav, as you turn around from tapping this guy, you see police cars flying down the road towards you. You're pretty sure they watched you tap that guy.
Well,
Can you make me a tech roll, Nathan, to see how fast you get this minigun off this helicopter?
sure.
You two are gonna have the Alamo at this crashed
for
helicopter. It's gonna be
fuck's
Black
sake.
Hawk Down, so it is.
If it's-
You're cutting into it, but the bolt is like a solid fucking steel forged bolt.
Come
And it's like,
on!
why didn't I just pull it out? But you started arc welding it, and now it's like metal and fused together, so you can't even like pull out the emergency catch anymore and like lift it up. You have to cut it out now.
Has everyone else left?
You see Gav beside you. You don't know where everybody else has gone. You also see police cars flying down the street towards you.
Company police cars or police cars?
Company police cars.
Time to go. Fuck this.
yeah, me too. Fuck it.
Fair enough.
Can we?
Where'd you
grab,
begin running, boys?
Towards the teleporter.
Where is that then? Tell me.
We
There's
have
a
a map of
button
the
there.
city, right?
Of,
You have the map. You have a map of the corporate city. You do.
Isn't that
Do
where
you
the
remember where the teleporter is? Is what I'm asking.
in the city?
Not in the corporate city now.
It's not in the corporate city. I have no idea where it is
Not-
then.
No, we teleported in and we like walked for some amount, and then we got shown, okay, this is the map, and you guys enter like the city part here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys?
Alright.
I call the group call.
Okay, you're
some
running
more-
and you're calling the group at the same time. Right out.
Bum bum.
Gav,
bum.
I assume you follow.
Oh yeah.
Could
Well,
one of
I'm
you two
staying on
make
duty.
me some sort of athletics or escape check?
Can we do survival?
Also,
No.
did I see Dougal like coming in the alleyways behind me?
Sure, yeah, I don't see why not. You'll probably take a
Okay.
similar route.
Yeah, in that case, like if I notice that he's coming the same way as me, then I'll slow up and like wait for him to catch up with me, and then so we're moving together.
Natural 20.
Oh, yeah, Gav, you know these
Yeah.
streets like the back of your hand. You've been out in these streets with a normal police before. You know all the escape routes that the fucking scum use. And you just lead Sergey with you down these alleyways, and you know the place. You can hear them like trying to catch up, but a couple of them run past, a couple of them take a wrong turn behind you. You know you're easily going to be able to escape.
Does that thing where it comes with the chain link fence that looks completely sturdy, but you just pull it to the side and crawl
Uh-huh.
into the
Oh
corner
yeah,
kind of
that's
thing?
what it's
Yeah,
about.
yeah, 100%. You managed to escape.
Oh.
You guys sort of slalom your way through the city, cutting through alleyways. You eventually coalesce at a larger road, seeing each other emerge.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Oh, okay.
How are the streets looking right now in terms of traffic and pedestrians?
empty.
Completely.
And there's a nuclear explosion, and then a building just collapsed with a lot of gunfire.
Of course. Yep.
Everybody has curtains closed, barricades on the fucking windows.
There
Okay.
we go.
Have we met up on a road or in an alleyway?
I imagine you like exited an alleyway onto a larger road. You had to like cut across, and you see each other exiting separate alleyways, like the two.
Ah, like
roads.
just up the road. Oh, I imagine
Uh-huh.
it's just like a bit of like a slight hand motion kind of thing, a head nod or something, and it's like
Mhm.
converge the other side of the road and like meet in some alleyway on the other side of the road or something.
Yeah, perfect.
Keeping off the road. Stay off
Gents.
the road.
I suggest we get inside somewhere and call Horatio so that we can be extracted.
You know,
That's a
fine.
good plan.
That is a good plan. Yeah.
Can I roll a spot check to see if there's a fire escape in this alleyway?
Yeah, of course.
I
Go for
by
it.
fire escape, I mean like the New York fire escapes.
Otherwise,
like
you have to like climb up the
Unless
ladder.
we like
where you
boosting
can
it
get
up
up
to
to the
grab it
side
kind of
and
thing.
go in through a window type thing.
Yeah, no worries. Go for it.
Perfection.
I will apologize.
My roll 20 is doing
It's-
fucky wucky thing, so I can't see what I've actually rolled
you
yet.
have a
There
fucking
are-
cringe 6.
There are several fire escapes in this alleyway. Any one of them you could use. There are plenty. It really, yeah. You didn't need much to pass that one. There's several of them that go up. There's one or two for every tower block you see, and 3 or 4 in this alleyway. for the tower blocks either side.
So we try and get up there into one of the windows, and then, call Horatio. Yeah.
Yeah, right, let's do it.
I don't. No problem. You clamber up.
I was narratively talking to my
Oh, sorry.
compatriot.
My bad. My bad. Go on.
No, but I just mean like for the reaction, they were all just like, eh.
I thought you were saying what you're doing. Sorry.
Man, yeah, fuck it, let's get out of here. we've done our job. On
Do
to
we
the
want
next
to
one.
avoid more collateral?
Yes, we all do. And I like glare at Serge, still holding fucking lithium batteries together.
He
as a
is,
fuck-
yes.
So like,
I'm
Still has the lithium
I'm
battery.
actually taping a couple of them together right now, and you're like, I'm just
ready to
like,
go
what?
into the teleport center and go, Allahu Akbar!
You never know what you'll walk into when you get teleported.
Right.
It's never good.
I did that so Akbar.
I'll be right back. I really did a fucking piss. Sorry.
No worries. So yeah, you guys begin ascending this fire escape staircase then, no problem. There's plenty of apartments here that you are pretty sure are abandoned that you could break into.
oh, okay, this is okay. This is like seems an abandoned building.
A lot of the high rises on the outer city aren't fully habited.
Okay, maybe on like the second or third story. If I just see like peer in windows, if I see a window that's like not open but like curtains not drawn and it looks
It's like
empty or like
mhm.
If it's empty, I'm smashing the
you
window.
know.
You like looking through one of the
smash.
windows. There's no curtains on it. The room's get completely barren.
Sorry,
You're pretty
but
sure it's
I
empty.
I have my gauntlet, so I just like under the lock and
Yeah, no problem. You slide the window up, and
Yeah, clamber in.
you clamber in. It's cold and dank in this apartment, but it is empty.
Mhm.
You guys would like to call Horatio? You call Horatio up.
Yep.
And all you hear is, "This is Horatio. Go on. Let's hear how it is, Dougal."
the socialist / city police army is now demilitarized, and so are the mechs. They're out of commission.
Yeah, so I assume you had a little something to do with their demise, I hope.
Deatomized as well.
Yes. Actually, the full credit goes to one Surge. We supplied, well, not supplied, but we managed to get the armies to correlate together so that way they would be taken out in the one fell swoop. We arranged for them to show aggression on the outside of the city so that way the city wouldn't be damaged. On top of that, Serge, thankfully, with all his technical expertise, managed to plant C4 around the mechs to make them unusable.
He sort of raises an eyebrow at you and goes, "You say Surge had these ideas?"
Duh.
Roll me a deception check, Dougal.
Can I assist?
Yeah, Serge put the C4
No,
on.
oh, you can. Yes, you can assist. Yes, go ahead.
That I would like to.
Serge can-
I would like to extol upon
What
him.
do you say?
Well, I can't say.
Word for word, what does Surge say?
So right, can we just like backtrack to what you actually said, Dougal? So what were we lying to him about?
Dougal's
said
telling
that
him
you
that the
put it-
whole thing was your idea, basically.
No. I said that Serge put the C4 on the mech, sabotaged the mechs, take them out of commission.
Oh, sorry. What he took from that was that Surge had the idea for this and then sabotaged the mechs and was like the ringleader of this. That's what he took. That's what I took from that, at least.
Sorry.
But no, if you're just telling him that Surge planted the C4, he completely believes that. No problem.
Easy peasy.
He was like, "Hold on, you're telling me Surge planned this whole operation?"
He's
Surge?
like, no, he planted it.
Yeah, no problem. He goes, "Okay,
I
that
do have
sounds."
some bad news.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry to report that sadly Genevieve, whatever rank she was within the factory, we came across her helicopter grounded. There was a building leveled within the city. It was, don't know if it was some remnants of
Oh yes,
an unknown cell that got
I've
in,
seen
but
something about that coming through. That apparently they had opened fire on them with attack helicopters. Let me just read some of the log. Who is this Genevieve woman?
She was the woman that branded us social traitors who was orchestrating the rallies.
Oh, the nobody. Yes, yes.
Yes,
Oh.
Nah.
Why are you telling me that she died?
I assumed that the players were her informant as well as a Jordan executive assistant.
Oh, yes. This
deputy.
is all blown up rather than spectacularly in his face. I'm quite happy to say.
Hmm.
I can't believe he leveled a building. Fucking idiot.
So yes, there is that to report.
You
We're
wouldn't
currently
happen to
hunkered
have
down as usual.
been in that building, would you?
Us?
Hmm.
Yes, we were observing the battle from the distance, so that way we could trigger the explosion.
Did you get caught?
Get caught? No,
No.
we never got caught.
Excellent work, Dougal. I am impressed. Very good. This is all exploding rather well for us, actually. These incompetents are just playing the right into our hands. It's excellent. Very good, very good. I take it you're on your way to the extraction point then this morning. It is a few hours out now. Should be in the range in about 2 to an hour and a half.
Very well. We're laying low at the moment. We will head to the rendezvous point and for extraction on the minute. That being said, we are going to lay low purely because Jordan is unhappy that we stole his credit and scuttled the rebel army.
Oh, he is very unhappy right now.
I
And
think that may explain why the building was leveled.
corporate is very unhappy with him, I'm happy to say. So it is I'm going to step on him quite nicely. Very
I
good
love
work,
you,
boys.
Corporal Fox.
I shall see you soon on the sheet.
What's up?
Or you personally, or just a screen of you?
No, not me personally, of course. What do you think I am? Some sort of middle manager? And he
I
hangs
thought
up.
you were warming up to it.
And he hangs up.
Cut out. You just hear.
Ah.
I swear to God, if I see that man, I am going to fucking stick my cock in him.
That's a fucking episode title right there.
If I see that man, I'm going to stick my cock.
Oh no
in
no
him.
no the what do you think I am? Some sort of middle manager.
Oh yeah, that's also great. Yeah. Okay.
He certainly seems rather pleased with your efforts.
Or you just got a fresh batch of fucking cams.
It's the truth.
Hey, nothing
Yeah.
you said was
It
a lie.
is. It is.
It's the nothing.
Jordan was unhappy that we stole the glory. He knew we were in the building, leveled the building. Stupid helicopter flew into dust cloud. Oh, what a shame, collapsed and nobody died.
I mean, yeah, it is true that the helicopter did crash and people died.
He did also mention he was reading the logs of what was happening on the corporate side that entire time. So
God.
I mean, who knows what they saw? I mean, it was really dusty.
I mean, even if I heard they saw one man executing people, but he was wearing a completely nondescript uniform and he only got the back of his head with a local haircut. So
Did they get a fix on you, sir?
A fix on me? No one could get a fix on me.
he says as he bleeds onto the fucking floor from multiple gunshot wounds.
You wounded?
It's only a scratch, just arterial squirt.
wait a minute.
Hold on, let's see if
Did
we
he-
got
has he-
anything to make a tourniquet. Here.
Has he left a fucking trail?
No, just weld it, and I just I just take the
Give
fucking.
me a some sort of intrigue roll, Gav. If you've got anything like to do with police or searching people.
I've read a situation.
Yeah, I'll give you that
+4 as well.
because of your background. Go for it. Let's see if Surge left a blood trail to where you are,
Oh boy.
or one that you can spot.
21.
Oh boy.
Surge got shot 4 times by that minigun.
That's a lot of
We'll have to
blood,
plug
isn't it?
There's
We'll
a
have to
lot
plug a
of
different kind
blood.
We'll have to plug a different kind of leak.
I would like to go up to Serge and investigate him. See if the bullets went through, if it was a clean exit.
It appears to be a clean exit from what you can tell. Yeah, no, there's nothing
Can we
lodged
get
in Surge.
can we
at
get
this
a, can we
point.
get a fucking medical check to see the other horrors that befit Surge's
And-
body?
No, I was just going to get you to use your arc weld arm and seal you, and then
That's what I was
Only
going
if you want one.
hermetic seals on you.
Yeah, no problem. You can try to perform some basic first aid to get Sturge to stop bleeding. go ahead and make me some sort of check for that. If you have anything that would assist that you think, go ahead. If not, just plus grit, please.
Can I use tech?
We might have to
Do
really.
you want to assist
Can-
your tech? Your
You can use tech to do it yourself, Surge, but it is risky because you're using your own arc welder on your own body, and you might flinch from the pain. Whereas if Gav and Nigel are holding you down and Dougal's doing it to you, a lot less likely.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I just hope he hasn't left too much of a fucking snail
Wait,
trail.
hang on. I got a hard suit patch. What the fuck's a hard suit patch again?
no, that's
Yep.
what I'm using from this wilderness survival kit. I am literally
There we go.
cauterizing the wound and then hard suit as a plaster / bandage to try and pull you together.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly as you say it, Dougal. You see it.
You've had one of
see-
these across. Oh, I haven't put one across your mouth. I've put one across Scorpio, Tony the Tiger
This is not-
mouth. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Tony the Tiger. Yep, happens exactly as you say it, Dougal. You seal Surge right up, no problem.
Brilliant. I haven't felt that in a long time. Oh, that is good.
probably should have found some alcohol in here to try and clean them.
There's a small amount of like at least like not how do you say it? Like numbing gel on the patch, so it like reduces the pain as well. Anesthetic.
Yeah, there we go. That
Yeah,
is
the
what-
patches have anesthetic, so it also like it's got a bit of morphine on the patch.
You got any stems?
Me? No. Never needed them.
No.
What one?
I'm high on life.
Do you want a stem or do you want something softer?
Vodka.
No, softer.
Vodka? Okay.
Got some extra rations.
Oh,
if he
for
wants
sure.
some. He's like a nice egg in his trying time.
No, I'm okay. I'm still strong. I wouldn't have, in character, I've only taken 3 damage.
It's true. It's true. Very good. How are you guys planning now to get to the teleporter?
Or if he's not taking the stem or anything like that, or the recreational stuff, I'm just going to go.
Classic.
Got a blocked nose or something.
I should as well. I'm fucking super on edge right now.
Oh, you're just like fucking beaming right now. You are.
Yeah. Like every time I hear like the slightest sound, man, I'm just like fucking.
What is the drug in Judge Dredd? Is it called slow-mo?
It's called
So
slow-mo,
right,
yeah.
Was really bad.
Yeah,
Slow-mo.
slow-mo.
Yeah. It's like
Because
that.
writing was really bad. Yeah, I was expecting like you're just
I
huffed
think
in
that's what I
slow-mo.
basically took. Yeah.
As soon as Gav points at the blood trail, you like track it, Nigel, and you see it like fucking go down the stairs you just climbed in and like down the fucking alleyway.
Hmm.
What would you guys like to do now?
Also says just occasionally provokes rage in some users. Isn't that fun?
Occasionally.
Occasion. Yeah, it's,
I don't feel like Nigel feels rage, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Can we spot and survey outside to see
you
what
can.
the lay of the land is?
Go ahead.
Okay.
roll me a
I'm
spot
just saying,
check.
we might
Probably
have
can't see
to, we
much.
might have
just
to
from this
bloody.
window.
Once we
Depends what
stop
you're
our leaking fucking friend over here, we might need to
Yeah,
relocate.
Oh, he's stopped leaking at this point. He's been all patched up.
I've been plugged.
But the snail trail leads here.
Yeah. What are you looking for, Dougal? What are you trying to spot with this check? Give me 3 questions and I'll answer them.
Company police movements in the area.
In the area, you don't see any patrolling the immediate area, but you do see a few of them like batter up the main highway, like just like flash past down the road, towards where the helicopter crashed.
Question number 2. Any birds in the sky, as in helicopters?
You see a couple, but they don't seem to be like circling your area such that you got far enough outside of the building collapsing and so on. But they're sort of circling still over there. There's a couple out and about, but they don't seem to be particularly like searching for you.
Question number 3.
Mhm.
Can I see the building that has the teleportation grid inside it?
You can indeed, yes. It is to your southeast. Directly, you see the large sort of like mass driver spire almost that spins up and teleportation happens. You see it power up every so often, and somebody either warps in or warps out of the planet.
Well, Starport's still open. Might need to relocate to a building closer to there till the ship's in orbit.
Duh.
I think that's a good idea
Easy peasy.
because the police are going to start cordoning off and searching streets. I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay.
They're going to start to take control.
Oh yeah. No. Congrats, lads. We've Cyber City. Okay, good. Pat on the backs all around, and let's make like hockey and get the puck out of here.
Can I ask
Mhm.
how much?
I don't know what
Oh
you
yeah,
mean.
I'm
there,
nice to
Dougal.
Gav. Sorry.
Don't know what you mean there, Dougal.
Oh, what was your bounty? What was your contract?
It had quite a few zeros in it.
Oh, nice.
I don't do this for the money, as you know.
So you're not a soldier of fortune.
Here, here.
Oh, of course I am. It's just that, well, let's just say this job was pretty close to my heart.
That's funny.
I'm glad to hear.
Very well. Before we depart, I would like to look up our profiles on the Juanita intranet.
On
You pull them up
Facebook.
on the one of the internet, and it's same basic profile that Horatio assigned you at the start. There's been no additions made to it so far.
Excellent.
Gale and the cook.
Uh-huh.
Fair enough.
Oh, actually, no. Galen's no longer the cook. Galen is under your guys' intelligence group again. It is.
Excellent.
It seems like Horatio just took what he created for you at the start and just fucking rewrote it right back on.
Based.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm just gonna start making my way towards the
Yep.
teleportation.
How would you like to try to steal a car, or are you going to walk?
Well, how far a walk would you say it is? To just walk up the main road straight towards it.
Probably 45 minutes to an hour and a half.
Okay,
I would
perfect.
say leading closer to over an hour.
Okay, in that case, I would like to just start doing that, but using alleyways, of course, and side roads, avoiding the main highways and whatnot.
No problem. Sounds good. Yeah. I assume you all follow him.
Yes, I'm going to
Yeah.
keep working on my
Absolutely.
bomb as we go, by the way.
Question,
Of course.
gents. Now that we're cleared, I think we have clearance to just walk the streets as normal. Only stipulation is that it might come across someone on Jordan or George's payroll.
Well, I don't
Well, I think it's better to
always
assume
respect.
that everyone here is under Jordan's payroll.
Hmm.
I mean,
Let's not fall at the last hurdle.
They saw us blow up a fucking helicopter.
Did they?
They saw you. Gav.
So,
I think it would be better if we just kept the shadows.
Very well.
Technically, yes, on paper, we are in the clear. However, I don't think any corpo police who stop us are going to be reading any papers.
Duh.
yes,
Paul,
Go ahead.
does Juanita intranet say anything about Gavin?
You search up Gavin. And just access denied.
Ooh, spicy.
I know what this means.
Oh yeah.
That makes
Of
two of us.
course. I know, right? Classified.
So yeah, you make your way through the alleyways, or the main road, and you go unaccosted for most of the journey. As you round the corner down the large boulevard towards the teleportation, the warp station, shall we call it? Itself, the large spire in front of you. There's still a couple of cars entering and exiting it. They seem to be mostly corporate vehicles. And as you approach, a corporate police cruiser sort of pulls up beside you and waves you down to stop.
Hello?
Okay. Did I roll down the window?
Excuse me, chaps. And he points at you, Serge.
Duh.
I don't think you could have that, sir. I think looks to me like you're making a bomb. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to confiscate that.
Oh, of course, officer. And I hand him the bomb.
He takes it and goes, perfect. And as he does, he grabs your wrist and slaps a cuff on it. That also has to take you in. Yeah, as you go, you hand it to him. He grabs your wrist, slaps a cuff on it.
Okay, I would like to activate the gun that's on my wrist and fire at him, please.
Surge,
Roll the
stand down.
hits.
Fuck her.
It is point blank, and I don't know if you would expect that.
He doesn't. You definitely have the plus D6. I just want
Wonderful.
to make sure. I more want to see how well it hits. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I want to see
So
how much.
23.
He's just pushing to see which one of us kills him first.
What happens when you activate this wrist-mounted gun search? How does this guy die?
I wasn't fully intending for him to die. I was fully intending for to basically this. Well, yeah, fuck it. I just shoot him in the chest.
You want
Yeah.
his arm to come
Sure,
off and you just walk away with a chained arm.
Yeah,
key?
it's from most where most of his fucking organs are. Yeah, sure. That
You-
won't
you-
cause any fucking hassle.
You guys watch as Surge hands the bomb to this guy he was making on the main road, walking to the fucking warp station. The guy slaps a cuff on him, grabs his wrist, and you hear a boom. As Surge's wrists cannon explode. And the guy just like,
It's so close.
and like blood pours out of his mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just a fucking hole in his chest, and he collapses.
I would like to flick...
His
Hmm?
partner
Fuck.
immediately slams the fucking emergency call on his radio, and sirens begin blaring out of this police car.
Time to go.
Why, Surge? Why?
He shouldn't have looked.
At what?
The bomb you were making.
Yeah, yeah. Hustle?
Fuck it.
Decide quickly what you guys are about to do, because this guy is going for his gun after hitting the button.
I'd like to go up to the other police officer and say, stand down, and then show him the profiles of us. Which says Juanita Intelligence.
Roll me a deception or some sort of command with +6. Plus
I can
D6.
Yeah, if
threaten.
you do
That'll
take
do.
control, I can give you an extra +2.
Threaten
I was going
works.
to do threaten.
Threaten
Stand
definitely
down
works.
or be the end of your career. Never mind your life. Surge, get against the fucking wall.
Yeah, he roll it for me. Let's see how well he complies. It's enough. It's enough. He's sort of like he's got his hand on his weapon still, but you see he sort of stops and goes, "What the fuck? You just shot my what the fuck you did? You just shot my partner."
This is what happens when they call in rogue mercenaries to do a bit of work. My dear sympathies, but he will be dealt with by his superiors.
Do you need my badge number or anything to report this, or?
No, no.
Nothing to report.
It's all taken on board. And if he thinks I'm tapping at my head, I'm not. I'm tapping to like my eye.
Okay. He sort of like goes, all right.
Report back to your station and have yourself dismissed and carcoined.
Yeah, okay. Yes, sir. And he like snaps like a weirdly like awkward salute and begins to like, he like okay, all right, and he slides himself over to the driver's seat and like
Before he like
Peels
drives off, I
off.
reach in out the back window and pull the
Mhm.
fucking bomb out the back of the car and slam it in the Surge's chest and go, "There's a time and a place.
Oh, thank you.
Put it away."
I put it into a fucking a storage container at my side.
fair enough, no problem.
Ne-
You have a
next
duffel
reorder,
bag, you put it in, and
do we veer off the street? Gents,
up to-
do we-
it's up
do
to
we-
you.
do we get off the straight path? For
Yeah,
now?
if you're going down this road, you won't be hassled too many people.
Mm.
We could have just drive over, but fuck it. God, that dent will never come out. Fuck it. Okay, right. So, turn left on Saratoga, and then go over here on Carcosa, and then after that, it's just pretty much a straight and narrow.
yeah, pretty much as Gav says, you cut off into a side street, and you hear the sirens behind you, as the ambulance and the rest of the corporate police come for this guy's body. But they don't seem to chase The guy who's seen it seems to have peeled off to go dismiss himself. And, you make your way into the transport station. What
I
was a
am
bustling? Go on.
cracking jokes off at Serge, asking him if his gun goes off whenever he gets any, like, spooked or gets touched in any manner, or is that the first only when handcuffs are thrown on him?
I don't
Serge
think
still have a handcuff on one wrist.
Can I use my arc welder to get that off, please?
Yeah, of course you can.
Wonderful. I don't
He
think
gets himself off then, eh?
I don't think Serge would recognize that joke.
Well, getting
My
the gun off.
gun, my gun never goes off. What are you talking about?
I have safety devices implanted in my cranium.
No, I've yet to find them.
Yeah, you guys banter into this terminal. What was a bustling transport hub when you guys arrived? Full of people coming and going, merchants, regular passengers. Is very subdued, very quiet. The staff are still there. 'Cause they are all corporate staff, of course. And there's a couple of corporate higher ups needing milling about, waiting for the next transport and so on. But nobody costs you. And your security clearance gets you straight into the building. No problem.
Can I message Horatio and say what ship or what transport?
You just get back. Platform 37. Should be in orbit in about 45 minutes.
Anytime I look at Serge, I just shake my head.
I could hear the knife just approaching Serve's spine as soon as he fired that gunshot.
Okay.
I
think,
almost turned around with the fucking coil gun.
But yeah, unless you guys want to do anything else in here, you wait on the platform for a while and eventually the bling, green light pops up. Letting you know that the transporter is ready.
Go, I don't know, stand on the whatever the platform is, I guess.
There's
Like
a large
the
black plinth with a small rail about it with 37 written
Yeah.
on it, like big white writing. You stand on it and then you feel the usual sensational tingle of being transported, and you appear back in the deck of a starship. Not the same when you arrived though. This one, instead of red and the Oneida colors, is a more like greyish matte black, and the large circular doors, Japanese doors that were on the original one, are replaced with a more robust, shall we say, basic design of just sliding metallic doors. And,
I'd like to roll a spot check for the nearest hard solvent alcohol substance nearby.
there is none in this room, but there's a bing above the door in front of you, and it slides open to the main hallway of this ship. At the back, you can see another door. Above it says cryo storage, and to the left, there's a small sign that says briefing, debrief room, and the arrow on it is just like flashing at you.
I just go straight towards that.
Briefing, right?
You enter the debriefing room, and on the monitor sits Mr. Horatio Borax, smiling smugly to himself. Gentlemen, it is a pleasure to have you back aboard one of our fine, not one of our fine vessels, but a fine vessel we all know nonetheless. Galen, you can take yourself to the cryogenic chamber. You should be debriefed separately. And you see, almost like up on the monitor beside him, a small pop-up appears, and all you see is the video of Galen hacking down guards in the fucking corporate facility.
Yeah.
And he,
I have expected someone to
fires
come
it
out
away,
and
so
flag over his head, take him away.
Galen sort of nods and like plods off. Gentlemen, while I am appreciative of your report upon planets, I do understand that there are some discrepancies. However, at this time, shall we say, it benefits me to overlook such things. So, I'm quite happy to do so. That the Runta Jordan is currently stewing right now in his executive suite, shall we say, for the last time, probably. Now tell me,
Brilliant.
how did you manage to find 3 lancers in this pilot? This fucking dump.
Supply and demand.
I suppose they want the best, so it's not unlikely, I guess. Very well. Very well. Is there anything else you wish to report, or shall I debrief you this moment?
Nigel? You want to say anything? Yeah, first. Good talk.
Sergey's a liability, but aside from that,
I agree wholeheartedly. Sergey is a liability, but we'll get to that. Don't worry. Isn't that right, Sergey?
You bought me for a purpose. I think you knew my
Yeah.
reputation before you did.
Yes, and you have been a disappointment. When I ask you to act surreptitiously, I do not expect this. And the video of the massacre pops up. He goes, I wonder how this happened, Sergey. Or this. And the nuclear explosion pops up. Shall we go for one more, Sergey? I have one more. And you see that the footage from the corporate police car, the cameraman done on it, watching you try to be arrested as you just gut shot this guy right outside the fucking transport hub. And he goes, surreptitious indeed, Sergey. You definitely did a very good job.
I was not built
And
to
his
be
defense-
surreptitious.
In his defense, sir, you did employ him, and this is not your first gig, I imagine. So
This
he
is
was a
true.
dead. He's a dead man switch. If we failed, he would have wiped the whole fucking planet.
This is
I am
true
a-
in some sense.
I am
However,
I am a Sergey.
well,
I was not cloned to be surreptitious. I was cloned to fix things and blow them up.
but they're
so
also
he's a
hired to take orders, Sergey. And when I do ask you to be surreptitious, I don't expect you to be perfect, but
The city's still there.
well,
I
Some
think
of
it'd be
it.
the best for all of us for Sergey to be put back into deep storage.
I do somewhat agree. However, you shall see what the next mission you are called for entails. Perhaps Sergey will perhaps prove more useful that time.
Mr. Hornblower, I do have one question.
You go ahead.
Mr.
Why is he here? And I point to Gav again.
I just look to my side like,
Well, Gavin, while under the
Oh.
employ of Mr. Jordan, acted exemplary in my regards. He was surreptitious. He relayed information. Sometimes against his employer, leaving out certain details. We have to have to rectify of that, Gavin. However, to be honest, what is an asset of Jordan's is now an asset of mine. Simple as that. Fuck him.
This is not a promotion, by the way.
oh
Oh,
no,
it is. Jordan is much lower than I am.
no, even better then. I will answer. That's all you need to know.
That's true. I've seen your record. It is interesting, shall we say. Well, the part of it I could see.
I'll return to time.
I'm glad. Nigel? You seem sort of like...
Nigel was very good and didn't massacre people.
This is all true. This is all true.
Only the bad ones.
Nigel did also shut down... well, he did kill the leader of the union, which was what were you originally sent there, to be honest. It all sort of got quite out of hand.
I carried out the orders exactly as I was giving them.
That's fair. I can't fault you too much, Nigel. You seem to have done all right. Very good.
And as much as he enjoyed it, no, that is freaky. He takes pride in his work. Okay?
That's true. That's true.
What you do.
I can't fault him for that, I suppose. Now, Dougal.
Exactly.
I suppose I can't fault you too much, Dougal. You've done the best with the hand you were dealt. To be honest, it all played out in my favour this time, so really, I can't be that harsh on any of you.
I didn't do anything.
You're telling me Sergey or Nigel came up with the plans?
No, sorry, I was telling you that I was never there.
Understood. But, I appreciate that, Dougal. I'll have to scrub some evidence off the corporate side, but that's no big deal. There's enough of it. We could spin this against Jordan, those fucking miscreants, whoever was under him. Some fucking junior managers or foreman or something.
Hmm.
Looks like we'll have full control of the city at this point, and I look forward to it. So, should be good. I'll be able to take a good chunk of your records, probably about 5,000. Do you have any other rewards you might perhaps invest in this newly gained currency, shall we say? Well, you can always ask for more, and I can just add more onto your debt. And it matters a little.
Lithium ion.
You're holding some. Put it away,
No.
please.
Lithium ion. Lithium ion explosions can clear beta radiation. That's what you want to do if you're going to clean up that section of the city.
Tell that to the people dealing with it, Sergey. I do not give a shit.
Okay, that's fine.
We have a department for that.
What's the
Good
next
lad.
brief?
Well, there's a number of prime suspects. There's a royal family and Sergei 7, just getting a bit out of hand. Needs to be taken into the fold again, shall we say. They're putting up a little bit of resistance against the corporatization of their planet. A more quiet job, perhaps. Might not spiral out of control like this one. Oh, there's a nice one on planet ZB-74. It's more of a hard drop sort of mission. There's some separatists on that planet. Sort of set up entrenched quite deep, have been muddling our facilities for some time. More of a smash. And then there's a couple of ships hauling some cargo for... Where are my notes? A rival corporation that we could be using. You know, smash and grab, get into the vessels, take what is right for the Yaris, of course, and return with it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want us to pick? I thought there was an illusion of choice.
Well, it is the illusion of choice. You can tell me which one you like, and I'll take it into account.
You can say exactly how you say yes.
I could fuck a princess.
That
Are we-
might actually play to our favor.
Are we going to be given mechs for this?
It
Can
depends
you
on
fuck
what
a princess
you...
on a mech?
Yeah.
I suppose
Nah,
you
you
could.
can do that for you.
Actually, I think I read the pics. I'm getting off topic. Anyway,
I'm sure I've seen a video of that.
Yeah, Ricky Volbate, right?
Sergey, I, with every fiber of my being, do not want to give you a mech. As you said, you are a Sergey. However, if it's for one of the more smash and grab missions, perhaps the separatists on that planet, you can be provided with suitable ordnance to stage an assault. It will be a gritty affair, trench warfare sort of thing. They have their own lancers there. It's all very messy.
By the way, while
That
she's
is better.
talking, I am like trying to dish out the remnants of all the eye drops and inhalers and acid sweeties
Yes.
to the crew. Oh, you're going back on ice, gents. Come on.
Oh, you don't have to use your own supply, Dougal. There's a spread laid on in one of the rooms over for you guys to rest and recuperate a little bit before you go back into cryo.
Thank you, sir. And then I still keep handing them out.
He takes a long drag and goes, I understand. So, to answer your question, Sergey, you may perhaps, if your team agrees and you do require the one, I can cut a little bit into your debt and give you something a bit more permanent.
Duh.
It would be corporate standard issue, probably. I'd have to get it
Okay.
through a couple of side routes. It'd have to go missing, if you know what I mean, but it's possible.
Okay. Okay.
So, any preferences, gentlemen? That I take it into account. It's always good to have my teams going on missions they actually want to do.
Well,
Not that it matters. You have to do it anyway, but at least if you're invested in it, it's sort of, well, usually works out better.
I'm quite happy to cause scandal amongst the aristocracies of a planet.
I vote smash and grab.
You want to hack some? You want to hack and jack some ships? Yeah, I can do. I can do that.
Da.
Is that okay?
I could
Are
do
you
that.
sure you don't want to murder a royal family there, Nigel?
Doesn't matter if the blood's red or blue.
Regicide?
The
Could
regicide
add a
is
lot
one
of
way to go about it. However, it would destabilize the planet somewhat, so it's perhaps not the best outcome. And then again, we can just install a
Well.
puppet government, I guess. It doesn't really matter in the long run.
Hmm.
For the fact how much you get paid, of course.
As Novak said, I'd very much like to get back into the board pilot seat. I mean, you've seen my record. You know I can do behind one of them.
It has been too long.
I may be able to requisition you a couple of mechs for a smash and grab, depending on how soft the target is. Not as much heavy ordnance as the separatist planet, however. I'm sure you understand.
Of course. Well, you know what I prefer anyway.
Well, to some degree. Even I
If
can't
we are
see all
doing
the
this-
bits of your files.
I'd imagine if we are doing a mech assault, they will be supplied by the company.
Oh, of course. The separatist, we have a base there already of the corporate militia forces, shall we say. They have a couple of wings of lancers with a host of ground troops, yeah, etc. It's more of a small war, really. It means you won't have to take orders from the acting general on planet, of course. He looks at the screen, but he's
Not
Like I
quite.
took
you know-
orders from Jordan and George the foreman.
well. The militant arm is more not so much out for the power gain, shall we say. They are already bought and paid for by the corporation. They only stand to
No.
gain as much ground as they can. There will be
No.
less subterfuge and political intrigue in this one. I guess you could say.
Good.
No, yes, but they're also less tolerant of fuck ups.
Third guy shouldn't come.
Oh, I think he should come.
You going to hack into a fucking base yourself?
Could march him out in the front lines.
Well, if you mess up a mission and the fucking base explodes, it just makes it harder for you to complete your objectives.
That ice would fly
Us-
you ahead before you could even picture it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I like to gun down some separatists. It takes me back.
I'm hearing more smash and grab sort of separatist war sort of thing. Okay, I'll take that into account.
But it will end up, lashing some kind of royal family over to the front of our fucking bonnets in a bit.
Yeah.
No, I'm all for the crown.
You for the crown. Understood. Okay. No problem. Was anything personal requisitioned at this time then, gentlemen? You're happy to accept the 5,000 credits to be taken off your total balance of your debt, which
Da.
has increased somewhat, but it doesn't really matter, I guess.
If I supply or pay myself cash towards the company, would that reduce my debt?
Yeah, of course.
I just start rhyming off the street and name.
Hmm. You found a
There's
little
about
outpost full of
some-
dogs, eh?
There's a large sum of credits down there as well. Some illicit hardware that could be offloaded.
Local credits and so on. Okay. I'll see to it
Mhm.
that the forces on ground assign it to you, and whatever it comes up to on the intergalactic market will be deducted from your overall total. How does that sound?
Thank you. Oh, you might need this easier subterfuge. Watch out for the landmine next to the door. That's what I'm going to say. And then I
Oh.
put it down on the table in front of the screen.
I don't care if a couple of the corporate fucks down there die.
Just put it in the briefing as a footnote or something like that.
Yeah, alright, okay. Put it into the box. Like a little shit opens below the monitor.
Dump the key in.
Let's fucking transport that to the ground some fucking whatever. Another form to fill in later. Is there anything else, gentlemen? Sorry.
Yeah, if I can something, I'd very much like to be back into the old seat of a Drake. But besides that, I think some new clothes are in order. This uniform's a little bit too planet side for me.
Understood. I'll have some. We'll need the uniforms prepared for you, and upon your exit of cryo,
Sounds good to me.
just you.
Can I ask a footnote on that, Horatio?
Oh, go ahead.
Can we have the Juanita under a patch as opposed to just plain out?
Oh yeah, of course, no problem.
As you said,
Uh,
discretion is key.
Oh, I'll get those ones instead. Yeah, it's okay. I can do
Thank
it.
you. It's like the Navy SEALs ones where it's actually like a Velcro patch on the side that shows the badge of the
Yeah.
emblem.
Yeah, you can do that, no problem. Okay, excellent, gentlemen. Very good work for the most part, I guess. It certainly has brought me up a notch, so feel free to enjoy the refreshment provided, and then whenever you're finished, feel free to enter cryo storage. The ship will be in orbit for some time, so well, not that you'll notice when you're in cryo, but feel free to do whatever time you take.
Yeah, it works for me.
Once he says that, I just turn and walk out.
Perfect.
Just
I'll call you at
crisp
some
nod,
point.
stand at attention, just turn on my heel and head off. Yeah.
Yep, screen flicks off down the corridor. As you exit, you see one of the other signs is lit up. It just says lounge. And as the door opens, there's a plush leather ring sofa around a large table. There's a number of bottles of whiskey, various spirits on it, vodka and so on, a couple of mixers, a couple of beers, and a large smattering of food, different meats, cheeses, and so on. All, of course, produced by the replicator on the ship, but they're all decent.
Well, as I walk into the lounge, I like click the cork off, demagnetize the sniper, put the assault rifle down behind the seat and the pistol, and then just like body glove off, and then I'm in my skivvies and just sit down.
Perfect. I'm just loading a plate filled with like just that guy at a fucking buffet. He's fucking the plate's piled with food. Just like that, and just take the bottle of vodka as I just walk over to the fucking thing and just just bite it off. This fucking.
Yeah, no problem.
I've been dry for far too fucking long. That's. It was a good roll, but you can't drink on duty.
You should have came with us with Drebin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Devin was good.
Oh, that was surgery, but he woke up in the hospital the next morning.
As you say that,
No!
I'd expect to see you boys in this vessel.
Yes!
You see who sits in the corner, lying there, a big packet of crisps beside him.
Oh, fuck yes.
Didn't know you guys
reached-
get off planet this way.
I reached
You
my
were for
belt
Anita?
to pick up a gun.
No.
And take a fucking chipolata.
Police squad. We can get in any vessel we choose. You
Is
boys
there
were mighty
a-
handy in that last drug bust, so I figured why not tag along.
Oh.
Fair enough. How did you get out of the city during all the riots?
What do you mean, the riots?
He's been on the ship.
Sorry, accent.
Police
Oh.
stations no more.
Oh, you mean all that shit in the hollow? I seen that, yeah. That was pretty interesting. It was a good watch, that drama program, actually. Well, pity all those police boys died, but can't believe they produce dramas like that nowadays. Crazy.
Bloody hell.
I presume wherever the cryo storage station is there somewhere like lockers
Oh,
of
yeah,
ours
100%.
to use? Yeah. I go stick all my shit in that.
Mhm.
I come
As you-
over then.
You look
Get,
down, there's like hundreds of cryopods in this cryo storage, like going off into the darkness of the ship. There's hundreds of people lay dormant.
Okay. Yeah, I store all my shit.
Mhm.
Then come back in, grab a bottle of whiskey,
Mhm.
pour it into a glass. Do maybe like 3 or 4 measures worth. Knock that back.
And generous sip.
A generous sip.
Mm.
Finish that. And then just look at the rest. Sweet dreams, gents. And then
You
I just
going already?
cryo storage. Yep.
I don't know about you, gents, but I ain't going into the storage until this table's empty.
You and me both. Oh look, you even have smokes over here as well. That'd be fucking
Oh.
days.
So yeah, you guys sit and enjoy the finery laid onto you with Drebin. He eventually takes his leave and stumbles off into the cryo bay. And eventually, I assume you all return to cryo storage at some point and drift
Yeah.
off to a peaceful sleep.
Before we do, as soon as how do people usually enter the those little cryo storage containers? You just step inside and
Yep,
the
there's,
door shuts and all that
There's
stuff.
there's 5 cryos, like have cryopods have been lowered like a long crane arm,
Hmm.
like a long
Yeah.
crane arm, but a long like extendable arm basically like picks them off the side of the wall and like lowers them down.
wow.
You should have just laid them like they're a bed almost.
Like almost like a standing upright bed, kind of like
Yeah, but they're
Gotcha.
placed
at an angle.
like on their side like they're a bed, so you like
Mm.
climb in and like lie back, and it shuts and you drift off into sleep.
Yeah.
Pretty damn cool.
I don't. I walk up completely wrecked, and then just like, if I'm in my cryopod, I am face forward, and then
Mhm.
like the cryopod just screams at me until I roll over. So
It doesn't-
I'm
it just-
asleep,
Just
and
closes.
then I casually roll over.
Hence-
Imagine
hence-
you only get like
yeah.
halfway before it freezes you.
Sergey, would you like to do anything before you return to cryo? Avail yourself of all the refreshments and so on, I assume, Nick Smolton.
I mean, I'll sit and have a couple of vodkas. It's probably the first time I've had a vodka in a very, very long time.
At least 3 days.
No, but I mean, I don't think I drank that much on duty.
I
You
did.
fucking did.
Oh, I suppose so. I had a couple. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I tried to get you to drink on duty, but you wanted to shank somebody because a drug dealer told you it was a good idea.
Yes. Yes.
Very good. You enjoy the refreshments then, Sergey, and lock your stuff up in the storage container provided and drift off into sleep.
Mhm.
We shut out, we pan out, we see the planet spinning, and then time speeds up. The planet spins faster, almost like a whirling globe. And the ship vanishes, disappearing into subspace as the engines start up and it begins its long journey to your next destination. And I'm happy to end it there, or if you guys want to start on the next mission he will assign you, we can do the start of that.
Could do brief if you want.
Could you do a little
So
brief?
up
Is everybody
to you
happy?
boys. If you're
So brief.
able to stay up longer, I'm happy to go longer.
It's up to you, Maestro.
I'll be up all night, darling.
I
Let's
could
do
pull
this.
another wee cheeky hour or so.
Okay, Race, you good to go, or
Sure.
Are you sure, Nathan? Are you sure you don't need to go to bed now to get up at 2 to start 7?
I just usually like at about 10, get in, and then it can start to get late for work and stuff. So
I mean, no, I'm working. I'm starting work at 8 this week, so I don't have to get up at 6.
Ah, so you're getting
Maybe
up
get
at
up
3 in the
three,
morning.
yeah.
Right, cool.
Yeah, snap.
Fucking, I swear to
Boris?
Christ.
sounds good.
Drives.
Sounds good.
Drives round the airport, pulls into LA, sleeps for an hour, drives up to the next by, sleeps for an hour. Eventually, he'll make his way to work.
No, it's because I have to roast and grind the beans in my coffee myself.
Bit of bean by bean.
Very well. Very good. We cut out. The screen goes dark, and then we zoom in again as the ship slowly slides into the star system, passing the outer rim through multiple planets as it gets closer to the center, and it enters orbit over a large green and blue spinning ball, some sort of tropical world. And once again, you're awoken. The small hum of the lights around the ship illuminate your surroundings. The matte grey metal is cold to the touch, but you're all awake without incident. The as the lights of the briefing room just glows softly.
Step out, stretch, make my way straight there.
No problem.
Go out, just again like in Aliens with Apone, the fucking
Mm-hmm.
the sergeant. Just get up, put on the put on the uniform cap, which is neatly left next to my side. Just put it on, light a cigarette. Fuck.
Very good. Very good.
I steal a cigarette from your pack and notice that the pack says Yarashov.
Mhm.
I was like, where'd you get these? One, no, Bonita?
Yeah, where did I get them from? Where did I get them from, Verdugo? That's the question.
Dougal probably
No.
vomits again and goes.
No surprise, you've been off world.
Oh well. 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 Speaking of which, why the hell did your underpants say Wayland Yutani?
Oh, like the Y and the W kind of like make a nice cod piece, so
Building better worlds.
God.
And they do. He's not lying. I assume you all make your way to the briefing room then, Sergey?
Yeah. Nigel, did you do a thing?
No, I'm already in the briefing room, man.
he's best of the best with honors, sir. Reporting for
Uh-huh.
Jake.
I would peel. I would just fucking like almost robotically just step out of the fucking cold press, shake myself off, and look around, like almost surprised.
Very good. Very good. Inside the briefing room as you enter sits Mr. Horatio Borax. Once again on the monitor.
Oh,
Relaxing slightly, you see he's now in a bit of a plush, more leather chair, a large display of the sea views behind him.
What you see,
was-
Mr. Dubois?
He seems to have
Oh,
moved up somewhat in his station since he last spoke to you.
I was going to say you hear a clank as if something's been broken off in the background.
Perhaps.
Well, I'll just walk up
Another one.
again with another container, like just.
Uh-huh. Gentlemen, a pleasure to see you again. I chanced that the refreshments suited you well, and so did the sleep.
Ah, good sleep. Really good
Ex-
sleep.
Excellent. Well, let's get down to brass tacks then. No point. You could have all the rest before. Oh, never mind. Anyway. Since you all appeared to be interested into the smash and grab operation, I decided why not heck let you go for it. Give you a chance. The ship is currently orbiting a Yaroslavl outpost. Mainly a mining outpost, but it has some military force upon its station. It appears they have found something under the surface. We want it. We know it's being held highly securely in one of the cargo storage containers. 7 levels down in the main facility. Your objective is to retrieve it for us, return it to this vessel, and get out.
Is it aliens?
there's no such thing.
Or socialists.
Not that I know
Says
of.
One robotic cyborg traveling on a space vessel.
Dara, what's
Got
your
him.
point?
No. He's a non-believer.
As far as we know, aliens do not exist, Dougal. However, I also don't know what is in this package. It is,
Also, rodents of unusual size, maybe.
perhaps. It is even better to me. I do not even know the information on this. However, I know that the higher-ups want this box very badly.
What kind of resistance are we expecting?
Lancers. Yaroslavl has stationed a couple of flights on this station in case any action such as this, of course. We're not the only company to try this. There may also be other corporations with their lancers abandoned. Within Yutani, for example, and the Trade Federation of Maragosh. They may also be attempting to gain this package. Time is of the essence on this one. We have no information of when their pilots may be arriving or of what sort of the resistance they are sending to take this package either. It could be the end for anything down there. However, it is likely to be a small force. Again, Yaroslavl itself has a couple of flights of Lancers and about 1,000 to 2,000 ground staff. It's hard to know how many of those are security personnel and how many of those are actual workers. Information is limited.
What's our
Question.
outfit?
I provided uniforms as requested, the same style as your previous ones.
And our squad.
Yeah, that.
You're looking at it.
How many
Oh,
lancers
good.
is a flight?
Nice. You what?
How many Lancers is on a flight? 12.
Yeah, 12. Okay. It's fine, because I had no context. That could have meant like 5 or like 40.
A full
Wait.
flight is 12 Lancers.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
Galen may also be deployed. He is being talked to by the corporation, and if such things come for it, he may be able to assist you. However, at
Just-
this point, Galen is still on ice.
Oh. I was
Also
going to say,
freezing
take
there.
away the man's hat. No, he's whoever it is.
If I take away his axe, there is nothing left.
Give him a phone back.
I suppose he could be a meat shield. However, he still remains on ice for this one.
Galen is very good at rallying mobs of people.
Don't think that'll be necessary in this mission.
Hopefully
know,
not.
but- He has his uses.
I'm not expecting you to stage some sort of overtaking of this facility. That's not what we want. If everything goes well, you enter undetected, grab the box, the cargo container, and get out. However, it is Yaroslav. I don't care how much you break. So,
Excellent.
if it requires a more direct approach, feel free.
Sergey
throw as
rubs,
much as you want.
Sergey rubs his hands.
It's fucking lithium after all.
Are we being given lancers for this mission?
Indeed, you are. I have managed to obtain several lanterns for this operation. Total of 7. Just slightly over half a flight. All of them are older models, of course. But sure, I script off the logos, and they look pretty much like the corporate standard, so it should be fine.
All right.
So this is a
would-
black op. That's not really a black op. We're walking in blind.
I mean, it's a black op as far as corporate black ops get. They're going to know it's us. So we might as well succeed.
But you want something out, you don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is. The higher ups know what's in the cargo crate. Something they dug up under the surface. That intel was not supplied to me.
What assurance do we have that when we find said item, we don't all get executed for knowing what it is?
Best of
Don't
luck
open the
inside.
box.
Serge,
If
That-
the crate has been tampered with, and you're forced to open it and know what it is, then we're probably all going to get shit canned.
sorry,
open
can
it.
you... Serge, I moved Serge directly in front of the screen. Horatio, can you say that again, please?
Yeah, don't open the box. Yeah, no problem.
Yes. Don't get us all killed, Serge. Thank you.
Duh.
Well, I may not get shit canned, but fuck, I don't want to get sent to a mining colony, so.
Duh.
Understood. The 6 lanterns will be down at your staging area. Your staging area is a couple of clicks outside of their main facility in the tropical forest. There's a small camp been set up by an advanced force just, to provide you whatever basic necessities you require for your stay. A couple of tents and so on, basic facilities to repair your mechs if it requires it. Not enough for a long stay, however.
6 Lancers.
7 total. 4 of you to use directly, 1 in case Galen gets deployed, and then there's 2 spare in case you lose 1 in the operation or so on.
Duh. This is good.
I'm not likely to
Doesn't
get
mean
any.
you have to lose one.
I'm not likely to get any more for you in the future. You understand? It may be some time before I'm able to procure more. So I'd use them wisely. If you burn through fucking 5 of them in this up, it's not extremely likely they're going to give me more.
Duh. Okay.
The longer you keep them, the better you keep them. The more likely they are to give me more, because you can fucking take care of them.
Okay.
The advanced force has already left. You'll be zoned in as close as we can to the staging area. You'll find it as abandoned as they left it. I guess it was a couple of days ago. It should be fine. We don't expect Yaroslav has found it. They seem to be preoccupied at the moment. The Marqueshians have staged an assault already on the facility. Several Lancers, I believe, were engaged. However, our information again is limited.
Is there any intel on the planet itself or the civilians or inhabitants?
Very little civilian habitation. It's a tropical planet. Apart from a couple of cities near the equator, a large population of tourists. We don't expect any of them to be near this area. However, Yarosov is deemed it their territory, and so I wouldn't expect any civilians near this continent.
Any Goliaths? What's the local fauna like?
Local fauna, you expect the usual large predators, small prey, game, and so on. Not a killer bats or anything like that.
Fair enough. Any seismic? You're not exactly putting us on a planet that's about to split in half with the mining on it, are you?
No, the planet seems perfectly stable. In fact, it is a large holiday planet for many people. I don't expect that Yarosov would just fucking destroy it. However, it is Yarosov, and so you could be right. But not that we know of. No, planet seems stable. It seems once they extract this black box from themselves, they're going to shit can this entire facility, shut it down, make it seem like it was never there. Turn it all over to their holiday industry instead. Put some fucking hotel on it or something. But by that time, the
Understood.
box is gone. We need it now.
What's the extraction plan?
Extraction plan is once you get the box, we extract. Without the box, you're not coming back.
How's the uplift? Is there a teleport station? Is it going to be ground to air?
There is a beacon provided on the staging area. We have to hit that beacon when the box is in place. Without a cargo container of the sufficient size, within the boundary of the beacon's teleportation area itself, it will not activate.
Understood.
This does not mean you can come back with an empty container. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you understand this. Okay.
And also, sir, as a cause, I am only accountable for my own act.
Yes, but you are accountable for the success of this mission. As am I. So if you return to be an empty box, even if it is not your fault, Dougal, we all get shit. Any questions?
What spec of mech are we talking?
Everest.
Dusk.
Couple of centuries out of date, probably by this point, but serviceable. Some of them have seen combat, some of them haven't.
I could fuck with an Everest. This is good.
What
I don't
arsenal is available?
They all come with standard spec, assault rifle, heavy charge blade, so on. I don't expect to have anything too special on them. They're all pretty basic.
Duh.
All right.
Good.
I don't imagine Yarosov has anything. We don't exactly know the composition of their Lancer flights, but if most normal compositions took anything on, they should have something pretty similar.
That works for me.
Duh.
Anything to give us an edge.
Duh. This will be good.
Hopefully you don't engage the Lancer flights directly, at least not for an extended period of time.
Hit and run? I can do that.
Exactly, smash and grab is the name of this operation.
Duh.
One more question.
Of course.
Is there breakfast?
Of course.
I actually laugh.
It is in the same room as you found the refreshments before. There's we do have a short time before the operation is required to be underway. As long as you don't stay up here for a day or two, I'm not going to bother you. A couple of hours here or there at this point is
That's
small
appreciated.
threats.
And as usual, I walk over and put the cryo solvent in front of the screen.
It just sort of takes a excellent. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, I'm good.
This is good.
Very well. Feel free to enjoy your breakfast. The rations provided at the staging area. However, you'll not find anything of the same quality as up here. sure you understand.
Okay.
Very
Oh,
good.
Get your fill,
sorry.
lads.
One more question, Horatio.
Go ahead.
You're not going to be leaving us on this planet for another 2 weeks, are you?
Your mission does not take that long. However, if you do not return within, I believe the time limit has been set to 8 days, the ship will depart on its own, as the chance of it being detected by that time increases exponentially.
We should be done in 2 or 3.
That's the hope. The faster the better. Also, the more time it takes, the more likely it is that the rival corporation may either snatch the box before us, or Yarasav will see it sneaked away under our radar.
Duh. Easy peasy.
Very good. Enjoy your breakfast, gentlemen. I wish you the best. I may be in
Cheers.
contact before you leave, or shortly as soon as you reach the ground.
Okay.
And he
I'm
clicks
gonna walk
off.
out.
Hmm.
Yeah, you walk out into the reception area again. There's a large breakfast spread there before you. Multiple fruits, some of which you probably haven't seen before but maybe heard of. There is also cooked meats and breakfast sausages and rolls and so on available. That's a breakfast spread. You get whatever you want.
My pistol in my underwear and put the back strap of the rifle over Pingway and just nest the sniper on the table next to my plate.
No alcohol has been provided for this. And
It's breakfast. You absolute savage. It's breakfast.
no alcohol has been provided, and you do not see Drebin anywhere.
Is the coffee at least grounded or is it instant?
It's instant. It's out of a replicator.
Either it's fabricated.
Exactly.
I like 4 espressos, doubles,
Yeah. Yeah.
and start shotting them.
Oh, yes. This yellow one has a weird skin on it.
Did Horatio say all the Lancers were Everest models?
He did,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
They all are Everest models, and they all look. Let me get the picture. Lancer.
So, this is the roulette table.
Hmm?
Oh, we're not exactly loading everything on black. We're putting a score down on red. And if it gets flung in the bin, so be it.
I don't gamble. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Alright. Basically, this is an expendable mission. They've not exactly provided us with the best of the best.
They look
of
like that,
assets.
but they're less green and more like a metallic grey.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Of course they are. That just means you stand out more in, in the jungle.
Yep.
Yeah, Garber don't really give a shit about that, but we can make it work.
It's
I want
not
a
their
small
problem.
girl.
Sarge is a good paintsman, although we don't have 18 hours for him to paint.
I'm pretty sure he sniffs all the solvents anyway.
This is true.
I can do some stripping. It would be easy.
We don't have time.
Do we have time, Paul?
You have up to 8 days. So, however you choose to spend that time is up
So-
to you.
So we're
You
trying
could
to.
refit these
I'm,
mechs
uh,
somewhat
I mean-
if you want to, but it would take some time, especially
I
for
am
all the
thinking, like,
mechs.
Running through the trees to try and clip branches and all over certain parts.
Yeah, it might take you a day or two if you want to get them camouflaged like that.
Yeah, we're making ghillie suits here.
It's up to you whether you think that's a worthy
30-foot tall
use of your
ghillie
time
suit.
or not.
But
But you can only hide a mech so much.
I mean, the ground forces might already have something, like large camo tarps or something that can be chucked over them.
Yeah, you would
I'd
expect
imagine they already are like that.
Probably also are like a little bit hidden, covered.
Mm.
that. You'll see for certain when you reach the ground, but yeah, you certainly expect that from a staging area.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
I take it
Well,
you enjoy your
gents.
breakfast.
Yep. It's another good mission, but we all make it back.
Damn right.
Wow. Most of us.
Same as we've lost Galen already. Remember that.
Acceptable losses.
Oh well.
Acceptable
Oh,
losses
dear.
for acceptable action.
Yep. No idea
Just
what
looking
shine
for a
in
kid
blood.
to say that.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Hmm.
So what's the game plan, gent? Are you wanting to try and recon, or are you wanting to go in hard and fast?
Well,
I vote recon.
Hmm.
Since we're
Reconnaissance
put on the
is.
ground, we get as much intel from the ground forces as they have. And then suggest taking a closer look at the facility itself, watch it for some time, get an idea of the movements, lay out a plan of action.
yeah, and then apply the most amount of force on their weakest point.
Yeah.
Nothing can resist that.
A couple of hacks onto their mechs might do a little bit of damage as well.
Do you know what?
That we
You can
haven't.
do it remotely, sure.
With that attitude, gents, this just might actually work.
Oh, but I hope so.
I'm
Well,
so
same.
glad the headache hasn't started yet.
I'm just happy that.
Oh, just you wait, my friend. Just you wait.
After all this
Oh,
time,
Serge,
I've never
you
seen
can
anyone
blow-
get nuked. Thanks for sharing, actually.
Serge, you can blow the forest to hell. Just don't collapse a mine on top of us, please.
Oh, I'll try my best. I'll try my best.
Collapse a mine on top of the people chasing us, yes, but not on us.
If
Easy
it comes
peasy.
down to you or the mission, Sergey, I will always choose the mission.
And if it comes down to the mission or your health, my friend, I think I might actually choose you.
Don't.
Oh, you are fun. Okay. Let's go get us a fucking box.
Yeah, you'll eventually make your way after a breakfast and suiting up in your newly clothed gear. It's mostly matte black it is, with the patch on one shoulder of Juanita that flips up, of
Beautiful.
course.
Seeing as there's no coffee grounds or anything like that, I couldn't do the whole.
Yeah.
So,
You want,
I'm
to,
gonna-
you want to black up before you're going down to this fucking planet?
Yeah, like camel paint.
I feel like with our
Okay.
No.
Oh,
Nah,
Pardon
nah,
me,
nah.
beer?
Thinking
I-
the
I
black
look
face
like-
going, hi guys. It's the
Hey, yo,
quirky
man.
guy from space. So.
How you doing? My name's Dougal, man. Come on, get over here.
This is actually canon because this is something Serge would actually say. So.
Ah, this is going onto my YouTube channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
Irishman accuses Scotsman of blackface.
I mean,
Blackface and war crimes and corporate adventures.
Uh-huh. Go on, Reese, what did you say?
I was just saying, like, with this, like, nice new gear,
Mhm.
I imagine I now look exactly like the picture I posted with the sniper and stuff. Except, I like to imagine with, like, the max tac visor.
Yep, I can agree with that. Sounds good. Very good. Yeah, you'll eventually enter the teleportation room and beam down into the staging area. As you beam down, you're assailed by this wave of heat and humidity, as the air around you is almost sticky with the damp moistness of the tropical forest. As you look around, you're in a large, grey, rectangular square with some sort of long, like, pylon to one side with a data slate attached to the front. You take this to be the beacon that Horatio was talking about. Camel Nenny stood is sort of hung from large poles above you, covering most of the area. There's a number of tents set up on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, you see 7 mechs, now powered down, standing in two lines, 4 in the front, 3 in the back. And beside them is like a portable servicing station, like a large mechanical crane almost, with 2 ladders going up each side. The mech would fit in the middle, and you could maneuver it so it can get to the mech.
Interesting.
The area itself is camouflaged, and the trees of the forest sort of assail and surround you. You see this area has been cleared of the forest for about 60 feet in each direction. Sort of like muddy ground. You see some of the tire prints where the operatives who were here before you put up the station obviously were.
Are they still here?
No, they're not. It is abandoned.
I quickly unholster my rifle, my assault rifle.
You don't see any signs of scuffle or damage or
Just
anything.
to be clear, we were expecting people here, right?
No, you weren't. You weren't. You may have missed it, but Horatio did say that they have already left. They set
Sorry,
the staging
okay.
area and then they extracted.
I missed that. I didn't realize they extracted. I thought
Sorry,
they'd still
sorry.
be here.
That might have been cool. I did improve dump a lot there.
Sorry.
So.
Oh, no,
Okay.
that's good.
Still taking our guns out either way.
Mhm.
You never know.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry, if I didn't expect anyone, then that's fine.
I believe he said they extracted a few days ago. So this has been sitting for a couple
Okay.
of days like this.
That's fine. Are the mechs all identical, or is there any slight variations in armory?
There's no there's slight variations in how they look. Like maybe some have got different scores and dents. Each has a different number on it from 1 to 7, like 0, 1, 0, 2, and so on. But they all look to be the same equipped. A large
that's
assault rifle, and the most pressing number is a large assault rifle strapped to the back of them,
Okay, that's fine.
just from like
No.
observing from a distance.
What's the auxiliary, if there is any?
If you take a closer look, you can see the auxiliary is a
Napalm dispenser.
not.
It's time for Vietnam
It ain't
2,
me!
but in space this time.
ain't me.
Vietnam 2
Ain't
electric
no
boogaloo.
corporate son.
So
No.
Oh,
It has the
God.
main mount of an assault rifle, the flex mount of a charge blade built into the wrist, like an energy blade that pops out beneath it,
Oh,
and
God.
its heavy mount is a tactical melee weapon. So some of them have like a large axe attached to the other side of the backpack.
Oh, nice.
Some of them have swords, hammers, maces, whatever you provide.
There's
Whatever you
one of
want,
like a
pretty
big
much.
spear.
Optimus Prime.
One of them can certainly have a spear. Yes,
I want the big one with a spear.
no problem.
I don't remember a Transformer with a spear. Or did Megatron actually have one?
You've
One
not
with
watched
that
Megatron
one.
did.
We
Oh,
never
no,
watched
the-
fucking Pacific Rim, bro? Come on.
No, it was, what'd you call it? The first Prime? Like the elder guys, they all had spears.
The
Oh,
heavy
yeah.
melee can be flavored whatever way you want it.
Hmm.
So
I'm going for one that's very similar to my.
yeah, all of them have
Races.
like a charge blade in the van brace they do that either comes out the front or comes out underneath.
Dibs
You know, I'm
Optimus.
taking him. You know, I'm taking the fucking maul, the mace. You know,
Perfect. Yeah, yeah. I like it. I like it.
let's do some right control.
Sounds good.
Can like
And-
machete chop
Dipsy.
through the
Yes.
60-foot trees with an
The
axe.
splintering wood.
Yeah. Yes, is there
Yeah,
anything
can
you'd
I
like?
ask,
What?
what is the topography like? Like, how tall is the forest? Is it human? Is it like the swamps of Florida on Terra Prime?
It
Running in the
is-
simulations?
It is definitely alien to you. It looks like a tropical rainforest, like you've seen it. I think the Amazon, very tall, wide trunked trees, number of smaller trees in between, but a large canopy overlooks the entirety of the forest as you look
It's
into
like
it.
weird color.
Or the Amazon, but not
But
Avatar.
purple.
Yeah, like Avatar. Yeah, think
So is
Avatar.
Avatar right?
Think Avatar. Sorry. Yeah.
Very well. Shit.
So
I don't
you
get
can-
briefing notes or anything like that.
I'm sure we do.
Oh, you see a map.
Yeah,
Really,
there's as you look over at the tents, there's a number of small tents, like bivouacs almost, set up for you to stay in, and then there's a center tent, just like a large
The command.
like command tent, like a large rectangle with a peaked roof.
Mm.
All this sits under the canopy of camo netting that has been arrayed above the staging area.
Perfect.
And if you look into that, you can see like a large table set out in the middle with a map on it, and like a portable laptop has been set up on the desk as well.
I
Right, one
am
moment.
looking around to see if there's any sentries, as in like sentry turrets automated, because this is the Alamo.
You don't see any. No, you don't.
Cheap bastard.
Well,
well-
we're reason to make this a speedy mission.
Yeah, the fact that there's no ground force holding the retreat.
Well,
All the more for discretion, eh, Serge?
Hmm. Well, at least you want to make sure that we leave and come back secretly.
Yes, as in not lead the enemy here,
Then I will try my best.
even if it means jettisoning from your mech.
That's fine. I have a spares. It's okay.
Yes, but I mean return on foot.
I'll have to check the map just to see how far away it is.
Now I'm coming to and reading the briefing notes. Paul, how big is potentially said container that we do not know as a container?
It is a cargo container, so think a large shipping container size, more rounded at the edges.
Fuck, we're not going to be able to lift that back by a normal human being.
Do we
You
know
don't-
if like
Yeah.
a single mech can carry that by itself, or does
Yes,
two need
you-
to carry it?
You would expect a single mech to be able to carry it
Okay.
by itself.
That's fine then.
Loader
How big
mechs
is
would usually. Sorry.
How big's an Everest? Is it like 30 feet or 15 feet?
It varies between model, but these ones seem to be like a standard 30 feet.
Pretty
Fuck.
big.
Right, size of tall as a house.
Yeah, these are mechs.
That's,
these are like,
This is actually taller than the building I'm in, so this is going to be fucking fun. Yeah, how were we expected to camouflage? We're not going to camouflage this.
they're mechs.
Yeah, they're
Hey
they're
boys,
mechs.
we have 8 days. Let's get to it.
Oh boy, let's just run in, kicking and screaming, and get this mission done immediately.
I don't know. I quite like the mugginess. Feels kind of natural to be wet. It's a very wet planet.
It is very humid.
Duh.
I hope the mech has AC.
What would you like to do?
Do
Or
it
would you like
Uh,
to...
Look up the map, the sand tables, the whole grid to see where we are, where a potential facility is, and best way of approach. I would like to investigate the sand table, i.e., the whole map.
They're probably it's not a hollow table. It's more like a large trestle table with a paper map laid onto it, or what looks like paper. And you see that your location is marked with like a small X, not in the bottom, but in somewhere in the root. Like it's basically a map of the continent, sort of shaped like a large boot, upside down. Or the North Equator would be in the south. Your current stage location is marked with a small X. Somewhere. I don't have a map for this currently, but it's
It's alright.
somewhere this like the central band of the equator, more to the left of the continent. The Yarosov outpost. Let's call it that for now. You see roughly is about 10 clicks southeast of you, further towards the equator.
It's fine.
Where's the? I am looking for like streams, rivers, clearings, mountains,
You
anywhere
see-
that like potential we could be flanked from type thing.
You see there's a band of mountains, like at the north side of this continent, up towards the North Pole, and towards the south as well. But the middle belt that you seem to be in seems to be mostly rainforest. There's very little topographical information. There's a large river running in through the Yarosov outpost itself, and a number of tertiary, smaller ones running off it, almost like veins. The further east you go. And between you and the outpost itself, there's several of these smaller streams. But there's no mountains surrounding where you are currently.
None of these mechs are equipped with drones, are they?
Let me check.
Because I already have a plan for recon.
They're not.
Oh.
You do not see any drone pods equipped to any of the mechs.
Well, gents, seeing as that we're in the middle of a swampland with no vantage points, I suggest we get close and then book it either on foot, but alternatively there is a river that runs straight through the complex, which will make it faster get to and from the facility. Does anyone know the local fauna from the brief, if there's anything extremely hazardous in the water?
nothing that was mentioned in the brief about there being hazardous flora or fauna.
We're
Outside
not
of
on
the
Kato-chan.
I
odd,
do.
the odd large animal or whatever. You know, the odd tiger or
70
panther.
70-foot long anaconda. That just
Yeah, there's large snakes, pythons, and so on. That natural wildlife you would expect to be in a rainforest. Nothing outside of that range.
is there a John Voight?
Oh, what?
J-Lo, Ice Cube.
I'm lost.
Sorry, making bad reference.
I'm lost. I don't get that one.
You've never watched Anaconda. It's fine.
I've not. No, I've not.
So it's a classic. It's a very good movie. You should watch it sometime.
Oh, it truly is, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you're not living unless you watch fucking Anaconda.
Anaconda. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see how it is. All right then.
Want to set a snake on fire? It'd be great.
Well, I don't know about all of you, but I have this camel cloth, so I intend to get close to the facility, find a tree, climb up high, and just have a watch for a few hours, get an idea of movements, numbers, that kind of thing.
I could join you on that one. I too have a camel plus I have a sniper. Paul?
Yes.
Never actually established this in the meta of this game, but I've already tapped and pinted at a couple of times during like the socialist takedown when Galen was inside the mech, and then talking to the police officer. In the sense of sci-fi, does Onis exist, as in like from Altered Carbon, where like you can record? It's like a contact lens that just puts up a flood feed overlay, and you can record.
It certainly does exist. Yes.
I do.
I believe you have any of
Do
them.
you have one?
No.
Fuck.
It's a shame.
Could have asked him for one.
Oh well. Hindsight is Oni, okay?
Exactly. They certainly do exist. Anything you can think of probably exists.
I'm so jealous.
What a bastard.
Yeah. Fucking rat.
Perhaps it's possible to have more supplies teleported down from the ship, no?
What are you going to ask for this?
We probably want to keep teleportation traffic to an absolute minimum.
You all don't, from a general knowledge that teleportation does give off a small nuclear discharge almost when it happens.
What about fabrication?
Fabrication doesn't, but you don't see any fabrication facilities here that would suit your needs to create personal equipment.
Forward OP without a fabricator?
There's a number of spare parts that seem to be left beside the mechs, like servos and motors and so on, like basic necessities to get them running again. So you can repair them, and like a number of armor plates, but there's nothing to fabricate new ones.
Okay.
Surge?
Da.
Do you think you'd be able to patch the EV feed from my scope through my phone?
So you want to be able to look through your rifle on your phone?
I would like to broadcast my rifle so that way when we're up in the trees as the forward recon position, we can tag anybody and relay a plan.
I could try that. I could give it a shot.
Yeah.
The alternative is that I hold my phone or PDA up to the back of the lens and do that really
fuck that.
crap thing. I'm just like
Serge, you can definitely do this. However, like with anything transmitting data in this forest, it is possible for them to detect that if they're looking for it. However, something that small, it's not impossible, but it's not likely they'll detect it unless they're looking for it, I should say.
I shall transmit this warning to him as I am attempting to do this.
So you're saying no comms and no radio?
Yeah,
might be better
it's
to
easy
go.
enough to do it. I'm basically syncing a Bluetooth device, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I didn't even expect you to roll for that, but yeah.
It's one of the
better
few things
to
I'm
leave
good
as
at.
small a digital footprint as possible.
Now, do remember, if we are looking to cause a disturbance, with electronic traffic eventually. I hold up the ice bomb I still have with
Mhm.
that fucking demon in it.
Mm-hmm.
I am surprised you didn't load that up whilst we're on the ship, or go back into the corporate city and upload it, or anything. So
What
I'm
was
very
that?
proud of you.
I wasn't asked to do that.
Yeah, but I fought the urge to take it from you. You know, anarchist prevails.
You would all know as Lancer pilots that mechs do have communications nodes built into them, so you can communicate with each other over a reasonable distance, about 20 kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
These are somewhat untraceable. They'd be the same sort of level as recording from your phone and then sending it back. They can be
Okay.
detected, but only really if somebody's looking for them in that area.
Yeah.
And as long as they don't get, as long as you're not blasting it to somebody 20 kilometers away, like a high-powered fucking signal or
Video
something.
beam, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, launcher pilots tend to keep it as low as they can and as low distance as possible to make it less traceable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. In practicality, I was thinking from like top of tree to bottom of tree.
Oh yeah, like that's gonna be very hard to detect. Yeah.
Because I'd imagine communication with Sarge would be like, patrol of 4 walking east. What?
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
patrol of 4. What?
You would all know, unless somebody's scanning that area for signals specifically, and
Like
like
a specific frequency and shit.
yeah, like unless they're looking at that specific area and really drilling into it to look for any small anomalies, they're not going to detect anything. They're just looking at like a wide beam scan.
Very well. We have a potential plan to get in recon. Is anybody
Is-
else got any suggestions?
Is this So firstly, the river runs like through the facility, right? Or at least beside it.
It runs through it. The facility, sorry, seems to be built from, you can tell from the
Like
map,
around
over
like
the
each
river.
side. Oh right, okay, perfect.
Seems to run under it almost.
Is this map like a satellite image scan type thing?
Seems to be, yes.
Am I able to tell roughly how wide this river is?
Yeah, you can tell the river is roughly half a kilometer wide.
Okay.
This is
It'd
a
be like
big
grid.
outpost they have. Yeah, there's a grid and like a key.
I presume Lancers are like airlocked,
Yes,
vacuum
they are.
sealed essentially.
Yes, they are. Yes.
The river could be a good infiltration and exfiltration use. Walk up the riverbed, pop up in the middle of the base.
It could be, but there's less cover and open ground.
I imagine they've got a large swath of the forest cut down quite a distance around the perimeter.
You can tell from the map about a kilometer around the facility has been cleared of forest. Where there's a perimeter fence like 50 meters back from that you can see.
I like your
Various
thinking.
Shuttle landing pads and so on.
I'm
Picturing
thinking
the
to,
scene
like,
of it like it's like nighttime, it's lashing rain. There's like the big massive floodlights on around the base, and then it's just like the river, and just these like 4 mechs just slowly rise out of the river.
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse
Yeah.
Now, yes.
Uh-huh.
Fuck yeah.
Oh god.
And then it's just the opening of the and Astartes, the like
Uh-huh.
when the Space Marines open fire, it's just that.
It's just-
Yeah.
Oh
Uh-huh.
Christ.
I like it. I like it.
Seems good for infiltration, but for exfiltration, I suggest a 2x2. 2 in the river with the cargo, and 2 either providing distraction or firing support from the bank side.
I would like to suggest not the river for the actual cargo.
No?
No.
You're going to be
Sure,
easily detectable if should they have any air support. I suppose this is all hypothetical until we do actually find out, but
My
these
concern,
mechs are going to
Of
move
course, we
trees.
could recon this river and find out it's only 5 meters deep.
But
true,
we can also
Yeah.
But
find
even-
out,
but
which
even if
parts of the
there's-
actual jungle have,
but that no matter how,
thickest
Hmm.
canopy. You know, they
No.
can't have any air support. They can actually get a good old bead on us.
no matter how
imagine
deep the
when it's
river
like-
is, right? No matter how deep the river is, we do not know what state the cargo may be in, especially if it is subjected to water.
You
We
do know
can
that
make that
the container the cargo's The cargo are also airlocked,
Yes,
so they can survive in the void.
but one bullet
But is
hole
it
in that and it
waterlocked?
is destroyed.
Remember, we don't look inside the box.
Also true.
We don't look inside the box, yes.
We
But
don't
if
open
it
the
if
box
it's
either.
if it starts taking bullets on if it starts taking shots on the way out, we would like to minimize the
I'm
the
sure
risk to the
s-
cargo.
Oh, the idea
Small
is that
fire
the two on
not
the
gonna
bank are
affect us, I'm
drawing.
sure.
The idea is that the two on the bank are drawing fire.
That is fine, but
Again, sorry, Paul.
Go ahead.
The canopy again. So this is Avatar,
Avatar, it's very thick jungle canopy. Yes.
but very tall. It's not
Very-
going to be like Wasp World, where like the T-Rex is shifting the trees
No, very very
as a
tall.
mech walks through.
You could walk your mechs through here quite comfortably.
good.
You know, smaller
Fair
smaller
enough.
trees and stuff do exist, but you can just like shove them out of the way.
Mm.
Gotcha.
Let's do some recon before we start making plans here.
Done.
Always.
Yep. I suggest we take the mechs up to this point, and then go in on foot.
I say yeah, take them about like 5-6k in. It's probably better to walk for a kilometer or two.
In case the shit hits the
Smart
fan,
judgment.
does anybody want to stay in the mech with the others?
I'm not very
Information can't be relayed back.
I am not exactly what you would call stealthy. If you want a buyout, I can always be there. Just in case you need some additional fire support.
Yeah. In Surge,
Duh.
you're gonna like this. On the assault, we might need a very large diversion.
I can do very large diversion.
Maybe-
large.
A couple of fires, an explosion here or there.
Oh, that easy, very easy.
Something to pull the forces away if there is loads.
Duh. Easy.
Fair enough. We happy?
Duh.
Gee.
Very good.
Sorry, Paul, was there actually any clearings?
Yes. So the compound
Ooh.
itself, I'll just describe the compound. The compound itself is a large facility with a river running through the center of it. It seems to be built over the river. Outside the facility itself, you can see from the map the trees have been cleared for about a kilometer. In that kilometer itself, there is a number of landing pads, exercise fields, not exercise fields as in like running tracks, but exercise fields for lancers,
Mm.
large clearings where military can practice or boxes and cargo can be stored and loaded. And then maybe 50 to 100 meters away from the tree line, there is a perimeter fence. You can't make out any more than that from that.
So there's no other clearings other than that?
Doesn't seem to be from the satellite image, no.
Not to be bad, what was the name of the third company that was interested in this?
Wayland
The-
Yutani? Oh
Wayland
no,
Yutani-
the Trade Federation of something.
Marrakesh. The Marrakesh
Mar-
Trade Marrakesh Trade Federation.
MARAKOSH?
MAKAR. Yes.
Righto. So I'm basically trying to see where potentially Marrakesh would try and infiltrate, same as us.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I think they'll just go wherever they want because what do you call it? Oh my God, who do we work for again?
her issue.
No, the
Juanita.
company. Juanita.
Anita.
I mean, they made this clearing, so
Yeah.
I don't think they'll look for a clearing. They'll just make one.
Yeah, my main worry is that if they have identified our base, they might be able to cut us off. And also, if they've identified the river used for hydroelectrics for the mining facility, I'd assume, as most
Potentially.
rivers is utilized for its power and everything else.
Potentially, yeah. You're not 100% sure.
More reason to work fast.
Yeah, because they might have the exact same idea as us.
Yeah. Like you can guess at what they might do, but until you actually see the base itself, it's quite hard to define weak points from just a map.
Let's not
Right,
worry
yeah.
about the other corporations for now. Till we know there are other players on the game, let's focus on who are
Yaroslav.
these guys called again? Yaroslav.
Yaroslav Intersoul.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's-
interplanetary.
I shoulder my
Interplanetary, sorry.
backpack and head towards the neck of the spear.
Yeah, climb in mech number 3. Whatever one you want. Doesn't, it's up to you.
It's the one with the spear, so yeah, number 3, sure.
What one has the sword?
Let's go 1.
Todd.
I would like to go into number 5, please. My lucky number.
Climb into number 5. Yep. 4.
What
Sounds
weapon
good.
does number 5 have?
Warning: system capacity remaining.
That's the melee weapon's up to you guys. It's just a flavor thing.
Did you ask a question,
By the way,
Haggy?
thank you again for the ad bag.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm glad you enjoyed
I,
it.
I was saying, like, what is your weapon, Nathan?
I'm going to say it's a broadsword.
Oh, so
Very good.
2 swords, a mace, and a net. Sorry, a mace and a spear.
I
Very
think
good,
that's
very
pretty good.
Perfect. Climb in. Power up the mechs. The one of you company logo appears on the main viewport. The side viewport's also powering up and displaying the view out the side of the mech. And it puts up and goes, welcome, company employee. From your lesser understanding,
Alright.
you know these mechs have been equipped with a CompCon class assistant unit, a basic AI.
Ooh. That's fun.
I quickly run through the calibration program for speed.
You
So basically, my mech is just going.
Yep. You run up the calibration, get the controls set to your liking. It's because these are older model mechs. A lot of it's very much buttons and switches and less touchpads. It's all
I would
very
like to do a-
kinetic.
I would like to do a diving tuck roll and either take out the map table or the bivouac in front of me, just like.
Oh yeah, you crush the bivouacs as you fucking roll this mech,
You
leaving a
fucking
large
ass.
fucking gash in the ground and a thundering sound of clanking.
Is my mech dirty?
Oh yeah.
I do it a couple of times. I like lie down and just.
Yeah, you cover your mech in mud and make sure it's well gunked up, shall we say.
I just didn't like play up the spear for a second. I do the I imagine like the hands of the mech can like do a full 360.
Mhm.
So I'm just like fucking like spinning the spear a bit, and then I just start fucking like spinning it like a fucking helicopter blade.
Tell me, ever seen
Yeah.
General
Hellboy 2?
Grievous.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Joe.
I was gonna say, Reese, ever seen Hellboy 2?
Yes.
You know, Prince Nawada, fucking doing the thing.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It's raining outside. You're just cutting raindrops in half. You know,
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
the Nigel classic.
I would like to start up my mech with tiny little micro movements, detailing every single movement the mech can make to ensure that all systems are operational. The smallest
you-
little piston drives back and forward, and then
Flex the
full,
fingers,
full extensions.
move the knees, the ankles, the neck, the shoulders, and so on. Yep, it all seems mechanically sound and well serviced.
McLaren.
I roll my shoulders, flex my knees,
Mhm.
all that stuff. Then start doing a squash again.
So
I
altered
do.
fitness begins play.
I do a burpee. I am Brother starts playing. I think.
Yeah.
Basically standard stuff. Throw a few punches, roll the shoulders, things like that, and then afterwards, grab the mace and just do a few there's a few there's
Few
little shadow
flourishes.
swings.
Yeah. The mace I imagine is like a long hafted, like two-handed mace. Which
Yes.
the haft folds in itself. Yeah. perfect.
Paul, when I
Yes?
draw my sword, is it a heat blade or is it just a large, nice, big, giant?
These are
Cleaver.
not heat or energy weapons. These are just big fucking
Hunks of
cleavers.
metal.
Hunks of metal, basically. Yeah.
Yes.
Right, I would like to change the vision from Optimus Prime sword to Cloud sword from Final Fantasy VII.
Jesus Christ.
Come
Yeah,
nuts from
perfect.
Oh, a giant slab of metal.
It's a large
A
fucking cleaver.
giant
Yeah.
slab of iron.
Too bulky to be considered a sword.
Yep, sounds good.
Like something Thanos would use, just fucking.
Yep, I like it.
Guts looking ass.
Perfect.
Shall we go for a stroll, gentlemen?
Still gonna walk in the park, aye.
A walk in the park. I like that.
Very good, excellent. These mechs have been moving out a somewhat disorganized formation, I imagine, like sort of like a staggered line. And we watch the camera point of view from the main command tent on the table, out the front flap of the tent, as your 4 mechs disappear into the dense brush and undergrowth of the forest, eventually disappearing behind the trees. And I think we'll end there.
I think so too.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you very much for playing, gents. I hope you
Thank you
enjoyed
very
it.
much for having us. Honestly, I'm
glad I made this session.
Me too.
You now all have
Fuck.
mechs.
That we do.
Let's
Oh,
go.
You happy,
get some
Nathan?
shot.
I'm so happy.
I hope that was a fitting ending for that first sort of mission.
Yeah.
Oh, the fact that we blew up a city with a nuke. I mean, that's what was going to happen at all points. But
The fact that we got a second job after that was like, okay. Now we're in Vietnam. Now we're in Vietnam.
Yeah, this is what you're here to do. You're here to do jobs.
Also,
You
that's
know
enough
what
fun
the-
to-
Very
You know
simple
what
to
the
have you
music-
doing.
easy
Oh, yeah.
peasy.
You know what?